Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. The bitrate is bad. Right, so the bitrate is gonna be bad whilst I wait for my full internet to come back on. Okay, so you're gonna have to suffer for a little bit. Or maybe it came back now. Hold on, let me. We're gonna do some tests. I'm gonna be testing this for a while. Okay, I think I'm back. I didn't even fucking miss a map. Let's go. Why did it come back so fast? I don't know. Okay, we're just fully back. Okay, my internet's back. It's back. We didn't even miss a fucking thing. If anyone left my stream to go and join either of your streams, come back, people. I'm fully back.
Wait. Only 60% of people go back. We have to have some tariffs here. There's just no way.
Okay. 100% of people can leave my stream, but 50% of you have to go to Shio instead.
Let's see what this defense does, because
like
G2 is going to be coming out very, very strong.
That
here.
way,
as we start,
we maintain the.
Never mind, I'm dropping some frames.
G2 is creeping.
Stay.
Transmitting all of this fake towards middle first though.
He's done. He's done.
Up towards the side of A so that you pull the
oh my god, the flash was so good, but it flashed everybody.
You got the safety, but how safe
Nice
is it? The team
Asuna.
drops in. They waterfall off the heaven to give
We're
each other
kind
the
of
support
halfway.
that
We're in a
they
halfway
need.
house
This
right
is
now.
exactly how
Spike
you
back.
need to retaliate.
Okay, I'm
Just
not
jump
dropping
on
frames.
Trent,
Sorry,
live
I can't
in the
focus on the
2v.
pistol.
Against
You would
Jog and
honestly
Trent, I
want
take
this
Jog and
position.
Trent 100 days of the week.
Oh, I thought they had it.
They're trying
Oh my
to create
God.
a crossfire between the backside
Right
of the
click,
column. That's
right
one.
click.
It's going to be Trent now in the clutch.
Oh,
Right click.
he
could have
couldn't
it
get the.
again.
He
It's
couldn't
just
get
gonna
the
be
fucking
flick.
jump
It's
on
just gonna be
Cryo
the
while he
flick.
was
He jumps,
reloading.
he locks it.
I gotta speed up.
Delivers the same medicine.
The
He gets
fact
clutch
though
this
that
time.
they nearly won that is bonkers.
Can I get a
'Cause
count
Asuna should have done enough.
when we get back?
Are they gonna force this? So they didn't plant, but they should
They'd
still
get a
be
lot of
able to
kills.
stinger light armor. Yeah, they got
Count
4
coming soon.
kills.
Count coming soon. Holy moly. 3, 2, 1, 0. 89, 38, 37,
Yeah, I'm good.
6,
What?
5, 6.
Holy shit! Wait, keep counting. Keep counting.
Boostio already
32,
starting to get out of his chair
31.
there.
Oh my god, I'm
30
5 seconds
Hands are back.
behind.
29,
IGL
28,
jumps that we had from last
27,
game.
26,
Asuna with the stinger
25.
in mid. The
They
lead
did not
slurp
force.
is
So
down
why did they
and
not
22.
force here? This is what I don't understand.
I guess because they didn't
Because
plan.
they had the, but they had the
A
money.
done deal. in
Maybe
favor
it's
of
to make
100 Thieves.
all of them force no matter what.
Lost so
Maybe
much
it's
in the
because they're
very
against
beginning,
Sage and the
they
economy
maybe
works
try to create some
differently.
space.
But also, you're not thinking of it in terms of
Looking to be done towards
like
G2.
if you play poker, right? You don't play you play the same spot in different ways. Because
Exactly.
by forcing sometimes you force your opponents
Xander's not looking towards the right angle.
to like
Yeah, but that's
Like
but
they'll
that's-
never
but that's
FPX
really
fight. It's the best
small.
thing they can do.
Yeah, but that's
fraction of a
really
second
small
off to
value.
get that nade
Compared
that-
to
It's value
the-
nonetheless.
no, but it is
But
value.
compared to their success of actually.
No, but it could be
forcing.
map dependent.
missed
It could be
It could be map dependent, yeah.
it could be
I'm
opponent's
also
comp
thinking-
dependent.
But
Like you're
didn't
playing
they
against the
stinger
Sage,
force
you don't
Sage
like stingers
yesterday?
against the Sage. Like
But it might be that
One for Cryo drops the safety
it might
to
be that
play
they
his
don't
life.
want to.
Already, you have the run over in now from Asuna
Buy
to play safety from stairs.
If they couldn't force
You need
stingers
this type
next
of
round as
activation
well if
coming out
they
from a
lose.
player like Cryo. Somebody who
But I swear I've seen
If they
them.
don't-
I swear they lost one before. And
Just turn it
they
in favor of
then
100
only had like
Thieves.
sheriffs. Not everyone has
in
stingers.
this moment,
Yeah.
we need him to activate so we can push the
But
map to Pearl.
okay, so you
And he does so
disconnected
with
when
a
I
nice little
was
3K
explaining the
flawless
numbers.
Yeah,
inside of
My-
100 Thieves as well.
So we were talking about this force buy strat, right?
They won't have to invest
And
too much going to their bonus round.
They
Maybe
are
a little
winning
bit of,
60.
utility
What was
Sorry,
it?
one
60,
second.
walls that they set up
65?
to prevent the push from G2 in the
Something
very
like that. They're
beginning.
winning about
And outside
65% of their
that, it's
pistols,
quite
right?
healthy in the
Yep.
developers apartment.
And when they lose the pistol this year,
Asuna's like,
they're
"No,
winning
push."
73% of their force buys with
Like, even
stingers.
for that moment,
Yeah.
you can see how serious
pretty good.
they are taking each
73%.
and
So that's
every
pretty
frag
good.
that
So
comes
they
across
only
their
go
screen.
0 and 2 10%
We're
of
into
the
the
time.
weapons. I don't see any judges, no Buckies for the
So
middle.
maybe if they go
Everything's
0
gonna
and
be
2
rifles
100% of the
and
time.
subs here.
So what the situation is right now on
Push
split, and they know
very,
that.
very fast. Get the TP
You know what I'm
up
saying?
But
here.
yeah,
See
yeah, no,
Valen
I get
and,
that.
Jongmo
But
doing this
why?
quite a bit. They also
When
have a
your
mail
success
room
with the
plate just
stinger
like
buys is so high, why
Solid
would you
interplay so
ever
far,
not?
TPs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
would
fair.
not on against deadlocks and sages is my.
But then again, you don't know what like they
close enough of that gap.
They
to try to
obviously
execute
scrim a
towards this
lot,
A
and I
site.
assume
You
will
push
have
down
their
mid.
own.
Maybe
They'll have a
access
much
now
bigger
100
data
Thieves
sample
knows
of like
they have, and
how
they can just
successful
lock
they
in
are on
course,
certain
yeah,
maps.
this A
So
site.
maybe
No,
it's
I
just
get it.
stuff
But
like that.
you think it's
The
map
spams come
dependent?
through.
It might be. yeah.
I think
It
that's somewhat
Easily
likely.
done behind the guys of the
Because I think the other thing is, even if you
They
win
haven't
with the
taken
Stinger
any
buy,
damage on the
like
side
the
of
way
100
your
Thieves.
economy's
They've
set up for the
set
next
up
few
a win
rounds
for
is
this
very
bonus
different.
round.
Maybe they just want to get the rifles on 3 as fast as possible.
You saw
They don't
how
wanna
many people
mess
were
up
at that A main
anything
position.
more than
Alerts
that.
Well,
already
they
starting
are
to
messing
come
up the
around.
rifle
This is
process.
why
That's
you
what we are
force.
talking.
Yeah, we're
Literally
giving
while we're
the
talking
the
about
extra
it.
reason of
Another
forcing.
frag,
Yeah.
A little bit of safety. Will they reset here? But they are being closed in from every angle.
As we discuss, 100 Thieves are winning the
Tiny
bonus.
F. Yeah, you might have had like tiny Fs
even
so
know.
far, but we're mostly
Looking
good.
for
I
the
think.
left side, that right peak.
As far as I can tell,
Again, this is the
we're mostly
patience.
fine.
They're actually waiting for G2 to activate a little bit before giving up
Sorry,
anything.
subs and shit.
It's exactly what
Sorry,
we
I
saw
missed it.
Asuna
I'll
doing
get to
here.
a
Trent
second.
was pushing with
Yep.
just a classic
Yep.
last round here.
Hack.
Obviously, a little more severe with the rifles in hand.
Yep.
They're just trying to say.
Trying to wait out
Thanks
the
for the
clock.
tier 1.
They
I
should
thought
be
they were
pitching
going
in
to go
against
for
G2.
something. Whoa, what's going on
There
there?
it is.
Almost flawless.
They
And
already
who
have
was
that
sorry
information
in
from both
from
angles?
that push down from EU that you mentioned at the beginning of the round. And as
What
he
the
gets
fuck?
the fight back towards the sewers, those
Were you in my
those last
old
two
one?
players are pinned. It almost really seems also that the wall that
You in
Cryo
the
was able to
old
save
chat?
going
Did you
into
send a
heaven
super chat in the
brought
old
that
chat?
right at the
Hold on.
entrance of the A ramp. Didn't really give a chance for G2 to
Oh,
activate
fuck.
to wreck control or split back into the A site. We felt like we lost a little bit. We hesitated a bit.
I forgot to
into
change
what we
the
could do into
fucking
mid
thing
round,
on
and then you
YouTube.
just get picked
My
through the
bad, my
smoke
bad.
when you're trying to walk back into main.
It's fine though. It's fine.
So G2 looks like they realize that they have to be a little
Is your
bit more
opponent EME's
right, a
right
little
arena?
more
It's time
quick
for you to
trying
get a
bait
tech
out
post.
this
I
wall.
don't know what's happening. I mean, that one was
Cryos, and
quite
they could
short
actually
though.
play the mid
Oh
round
my
like
god, it
they
happened
are
again.
known to be able to do.
You may not know it yet, because it seems like a bit of a quiet half, but Cryo is 9-0 on the scoreboard. Already
That
has the
literally just
reds to
happened.
bring up here, and he's going to get challenged towards heaven. He's 10-0 as he gets finally taken down by the dog.
First death.
Still shots towards heaven. Whoa,
10-1.
Leaf just kind of hopped in
Sorry,
there.
I'm having to
Sideways.
change my bitrate. I'm having to
They're
like
gonna lose
swap
him,
the
as Jongmo has
bitrate
to
as
do
we go
a
on,
little
as
bit
my
of repair
internet
on
like
that play. Once
comes and
again, he's
goes.
very close to getting another kill, but Asuna
So-
just
sorry if
drives
my,
the
You
barrel
can't run and gun
right
against
through
Asuna.
Jongmo,
He
and
is the
Trent
running gunner.
falls as well.
My
I am the
uh,
one who
Jonah
runs.
P, 2 bullets left.
stream is
Dude,
Dude, honestly, like Sentinels was thinking a lot, right? And they had all these
Blood
traps.
Okay,
and
4-0.
water, and they chased
Like,
down Jonah
good
P
start,
for a
though.
fourth
Like
round.
This is
G2 had like
Max says that's BM, thanks for the 18
months.
months.
On a green light,
Yeah.
they're on a red
Yeah.
light.
Kill
Voice is
But like,
going as well.
fucking 100 Thieves just have rave lights on instead of the traffic lights, so like you can't read them. You know, like they're just randomly playing Valorant. Like they're here.
timing
I'm
was a
gonna
little
stage
off with
wall.
that flash.
Should we rotate? I don't know. Fuck it.
See, I would have thought
It's
that they would
working.
have a very good
They're
idea
also
for
playing
the
with a
stage,
lot of
but Cryo's
confidence.
10
They
and
are
1.
fighting.
Yeah, they are.
Cryo
This
and
is such a
Asuna.
what's a god to a non-believer type game.
I think they're 17-2 between them, Cryo and Asuna.
Bing and
what?
Pong.
They won of many rounds in this than they did in Haven, right? Was it 13-4?
Yeah. I have an over/under if they hit more than 10 in total in the series, and I think it's about to get bursted.
Oh, that's an unlucky start for the unders.
Yep.
Okay, let me try and up this bit rate again. Whilst we're in a pause. See if the internet can handle it. Okay, right now it can, so we'll stick with this. We are now back, hopefully, to the normal bitrate. Again, I might have to drop it if I start dropping frames, but for now, all seems good. So hopefully, all is good.
And we mentioned that matchup again. And this could be very similar stories.
Okay,
Now
they
that
got
Jongmo
Yorwalt
has his dimensional drift.
against
So far,
Razor.
though, the Showstopper is far away from the danger of
How many
G2.
rounds until Cryo uses this defensive Sage Res?
G2 instead playing very slowly in this round.
A smoke thrown just on mail to make them think.
I'm gonna
Say
say,
Mid's being
how many
played for a
rounds
moment
until
here, and yeah, you're right on the
100 Thieves
drift.
use
He's
their
gonna start
defensive Sage
accessing
Res?
the site as drone goes down towards the bottom. Two on
It'll be
Screech,
round-
just straight up peeking a lobby.
Round 9.
All right,
my
into the
God.
site.
Oh my double God.
Boostio firing just to the left and right.
I mean,
drawing a
Jog
perfect
is getting
picture
kind of
Jogmo
shit
on the
on. I know
wall,
he got that
apparently.
kill, but his ults
But
and
here's the
TPs are
res from
getting
Cryo.
genuinely red like a
And
book.
that's going to be on Asuna.
Can they protect
Oh,
Trent?
wow. I was wrong.
Well,
the
I mean-
that's why I
answer is
said
no
way
to that
too much.
question.
Yeah, no value, but
Jongmo's looking
just
beautiful in this
farming
round,
up good
possibly
jokes
acing
all
his
for him
eyes.
again.
You can find 2 more. Trent
Yep.
should get the side of Xander here. That's a quick shot, and they are just all over. And too much of that for 100 Thieves to even process where they could be.
Big round there for Jongmo. Indeed, you just mentioned that double
It's already
swing
gone
coming out
again?
from
What do you mean?
screens.
My stream's fine.
Somehow still punish Leaf.
Yeah.
Maybe the smoke was a little bit too late, or they just ran out the smoke for the side of 100 Thieves, and that could have been something that,
Although
again,
it's starting to
could have
drop.
snowballed here for the side of 100 Thieves on their defensive side, but thankfully Jongmo's their hero play going through all of that.
Oh, down to 33
That's
HP
weird. I'm
there.
not dropping frames on
Look
mine.
what that does, though.
Oh,
You leave
right.
up to 33 HP, and Jongmo continues to wreak havoc because he is already positioned within your team to make that mess.
It's saying to me that
Showstopper's
I'm
still
not dropping
available, though, for
frames.
100 Thieves.
Like for me, it seems like it's
G2
not.
going with the same protocol at the beginning of this round. The difference, though,
Like
is that they have
it
the
dropped some
Euro
frames
HT
earlier
site
on, but
instead.
now no.
So you're trying to do the similar
It's-
protocols, but
it's
potentially
staying on the
here
amount-
it's
same
going to be Jongmo trying to find an opening into this B side versus Xander.
He's going to go forward a bit. We just saw the gate
I don't
crash
know what
behind him.
that is.
This play over towards A is still trying to tempt this util out, and they do get the drone.
I mean, I am having to
from
change
EU
the bit
there
rate,
with
like
the
when it
ball
goes
going
down
up
slightly.
and
but
down. So successful so far.
Other
Drone
than
stopped
that,
in mid as well.
the
Nope,
stream
little
quality might get
parkour
a
from
bit
the
worse
drone,
at times and a bit
and
better,
it makes it over the wall.
depending on what I've set the bit rate to. But it shouldn't.
But that
I haven't
wall
dropped
in that
frames.
drone
Like it shouldn't be stuttering.
doesn't really give a chance for Jongmo to find a timing to isolate a 1v1, because that pushes Cryo
Okay,
away. So
Trent
they're already set
with
there for
tail
crossfire
ult,
towards B main.
Asna with
G2
Razor.
just has to reset and play the mid round.
Reclear B main
waiting for
into
the Salvos
Jaw.
to come back up,
Gets
potentially
one.
use the Armageddon.
But now they have no one B
Are
main.
so much more proactive here than they were on Haven. Pushing those sides to
must have
take the
that scan
fights a
across.
little earlier. Cryo's in such a scary
Whoa,
spot. They're
he
trying
is
to push
sending
in
it.
here with the other side
Hoping
of
that they'll go
Asuna
back
getting
into
caught up on
cryo,
the
I
rope
guess.
for a moment.
And they
Oh my God,
stunned
they
him
got
with the
cooked.
tail stun.
As the smoke
He
goes
got
down, so do
fucking
they.
cooked.
Yeah, I think he got tail
EU,
stun.
EU, another one where
They all
they
got
drop
stunned.
in without a protection for each other.
They don't
and
lose
he
these
takes
send- it's
advantage of
pause
it.
and triple swing.
Almost another one, but a little too
Yeah.
high on Valen there as
They're
he tries to
immaculate in those
readjust.
spots.
And Boostio
I
back
literally
on that
exact same play
rotation
against like
simulator
John
here for the
QC.
round.
It was a nice try still, though. It looked like they were inting a bit there for 100 Thieves, but Boost, it was always a support with the fault line all the way
Yeah.
from
So
the
Aston's
east side
trying to ult from
potentially
here.
get the stun into Vents, into Mail.
Into
value out of the
vents. But they weren't
showstopper,
actually
but
in vents, they'd
When
actually
he ran outside
retreated.
of that smoke for Cryo, greeted by 3 players
By
on
the time he
G2.
gets there and just pops this ult.
They just had to land their shots, if not the showstopper was going to do so much damage.
The trade. And G2 takes another round. And these two, pretty similar to the previous rounds as well, but I think we're now, Vans, getting that G2 kind
Imagine
of
a world
second.
Of, high energy coming out from the camp of 100 Thieves, but I just wanted to mention, it looked like in these scenarios where it's impossible for 100 Thieves, they still ran out to try to
Okay,
do some
I'm back.
econ damage against G2 because they had a lot of money to work with. 4 rounds in a row.
It
But
left
this
for a
time,
second there.
finally, this could potentially be their last buy until they might have to go for a half buy in the
Boostio,
next.
Boostio breach
The
alone,
good news is that
shutting
they
down
wasted
the
a lot of that
leaf
util
load.
out of G2 in terms of the ults. And they
Very
have their
giga
own
chat of
Armageddon.
Boostio.
What the
to swing
fuck is
back in
going
their
on,
favor
man?
if
They
they
probably
can.
have these VODs
I mean,
watched
that's
on how
even-
Leaf lurks this shit.
Strange.
Yeah.
A little bit more
Like, literally
focus
go
for
up at
100 Thieves
52,
on that
51,
vent so
he
they can
always
rotate
wastes the
back
first
and
40
forth. G2's
seconds.
been so quick
There's a little
on these
micro
instances,
stutter.
talking about quick.
And usually they do
Boostio
re-wrap
stepping
back
up,
to A. They
it's
never
getting
push
down
mid,
to
if
that
you saw the
alert.
send game. So I don't
Now it
blame
looks like
both
they
these
may
guys
try
for
to
just looking at
activate
main.
I'll
the
wait till the
remake
end of the
here.
round.
Hold
We'll
on,
go
hold
live.
on. What is
Oh, the
so-
recheck is nuts.
Oh.
Fight.
Shut up.
Off-
Oh my gosh.
Shut up.
Quite a bit of util for
Let me
one,
watch this
but
round.
it is space gained. And they don't realize that Jongmo is
Did
going
it say
to be
reflank?
timed on
God, they
this
must be talking
right
about
after
Joe.
that util exploded. He takes that
Oh, no.
space.
If they spam this wall, Armageddon could be used out now on the defensive side from EU. Star 2 on top of that. And Jongmo loses that fight to Asuna. The Hail Mary now to split into the B site.
Heady play. The draw
What?
right in
They don't
front of
lose
B
this, do they?
main stops G2 from getting in. Xander's ready for that play as well off of his own stars. And almost a shot. Trent's though very ready here as him and Jonah are looking to
10
both
seconds
get this
left.
peak up top. Nice
Oh.
delay coming in. Just a few seconds to get
What
the
a
strike
shot.
plant down. They
Oh,
are
he got
going to
it.
be able to get this, but it has to stick now.
Jonah has Rolling Thunder now on a 2v1 for G2.
Well, they don't really get-
Ooh, Trent on the one tap.
Yeah,
Orange.
I think a lot of
He
people are
gets
on
the
that
kill
wave
just
as well.
before he gets blind.
Can I
think
get a
coming-
count?
Yep. Leaf, Boostio. Props. Pausa.
Yeah. Coming into Bangkok, I had Durka as my number 1. I think I had Trent as number 2. And then Durka's kind of had a bit of a wobbler after Bangkok, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
And
what everyone
Trent's
had,
just-
right? For that. That was for the Plot Chat episode too. Everyone was
Yeah.
Durka Trent.
I actually think I had Leaf up there.
Yeah. Leaf was very, very good at kickoff. It would be extremely reasonable. But I think at this point in the year, I would say that Trent's been a better player than Leaf. Like, over the whole year.
Yeah, but you,
And I
you
actually
cut
don't think that
Cryo from
Trent's-
100 Thieves. I just don't know if I can
No, I
trust
didn't
you.
say I would cut Cryo from 100 Thieves.
You said you would start with EU and rebuild.
No, I said if I was rebuilding, I would guarantee EU a spot. He would be my number 1 draft pick from 100 Thieves.
Line slow orb satchel once again. And G2 reads
He's a
into
friend,
it.
you're Austin, you're
They've avoided
ISP.
most of the players
Bro,
on
welcome
that
to the UK.
right side of the map.
I don't know what to say.
So then we have to look for Xander to play his life in any
He
situation.
lived.
Right? He'll
He
have
lived.
the info, and that's going to activate G2 to go to that right side. Xander's going to be deep in sight from the shadows. Is stopped. Valen
where he
goes
is,
back.
but-
He's actually got
but
11
Joe's
HP in
not
the
here.
situation after the early fight and the nades that came through before he got out, I think, on from the shadows there. And now they're kind of pinned
Joe's
in here
hurt
to
in
A, and
mid.
100 Thieves have made a very fast
Lamau.
rotation, but Asuna was not ready for jogging mid.
Oh wait, you didn't count TMV?
Yeah.
Coming through.
05,
G2 lead
04.
pushed up so
Okay,
far.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh my god.
One.
And
Xander
I'm
was
good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
They've
good.
been
I'm
able
good.
to
Good.
collect
57?
He dies to
still
balance.
kept in
56?
this position.
Shut the fuck up.
Valen
He's
just
getting
limping to the
surrounded
left,
on
trying to
all
draw the fight. He
sides.
knows it's there.
Holy shit, they're like
Stay alive.
piranhas, man.
As
Yeah,
Lee
they
Piranhas
makes
with
himself
brains.
known in that fight,
That's
and
a
4
fucking
in a
sick
row
play by
now,
Leaf.
even after the 100 Thieves timeout to push to play a protocol on B main. It's not enough to get through G2.
For G2 to stay so calm in the face of adversity was so nice to watch. That first trap play coming out towards
Leaf.
B main is a, hey, we've seen this
Leaf's trying to
already.
get back in the top 3.
My bad on the old guys, but I might have kissed a guy.
And that's probably Josh wondering, wait, when did we ult there? But nonetheless, that type of play coming out from 100 Thieves has definitely been read, telegraphed, talked about on Reddit from everybody in
Do you guys get that read too on
So it
G2?
was so
Like when
easy
it's a
for G2 to
3v1, they kind of
retort
feel
back
like
towards the east side, pull the rotate,
Yeah.
stay
X-Wings
still, and
from Star
force
Wars?
100 Thieves into the crosshair. And now finally, in round number
But
9,
you're gonna have to explain
100 Thieves'
from
economy
Star
is
Wars.
like they're fucking
in shambles.
surrounding the player like in a
Sheriff's
3v1.
Cross, Stingers, trying to go for a trap
Like the
play
fucking
behind its
you can't
drone.
think and like
And it's
the fucking
responsibility.
each take one shot at a
Oh, he
time.
had
Like
the shorty when he
fucking
hopped
you
up there.
can't
I think the
you can't
zone
track
he
them at
was
all.
in.
Like it's crazy, man.
Tiny mistakes being tagged on by 100 Thieves, but I think G2 is still in a pretty
Weirdly,
good
I
position here with the
understand.
weaponry.
You know what
I
I'm
fucking
saying?
wish I
Rolling
didn't.
Thunder?
Yeah, but I know what you
The
mean.
motherfucking
Just
formation,
past
bro.
EU, they're able
Like
to
they,
get
they
through
have a
this
Z
one.
axis
No
in the
way.
fucking
He
on the
was
hole.
stunned too.
Universe is stunned,
no. Fumbled a little
just
bit on this one.
wins.
Trent now within the smokes, easily able
Oh,
to
you're
take down
kidding
Boost
me.
EO,
You're
and
kidding
yeah,
me. How have you
they
got away
went
with
for it,
that?
fans.
You know, Trent's KPR
It
went
hit a
from like
few, but the clone
0.85
being
down to
thrown by Jongmo with a
0.7.
TP away
But I think
just allows Trent to just reset a
think
bit,
these
sit the
games are going to
crosshair
boost it
and
back up again.
go for that kill.
Yeah,
Xander
yeah,
now takes his
I
swords
do
to
know
the
that
side.
actually
but
because I
now
had him
two
in my
players
VFL
inching
and
in.
he dropped 3 kills in one map,
yeah.
and now he's
Doesn't
frying.
I know,
TP came through.
I know. The time that
Just
we had him on the
how quick
VFL has been the worst time he's
G2
played
Yeah.
all
And
year.
they're doing it
Actual-
so
he's the
different. Last time we
anti-Boom.
saw him play Split,
Boom,
we were
they
seeing
love
a lot of these
VFL.
mid-plays where you'd get
They
Jongmo
fucking locked in,
aftershocking
and then
Maelroom,
now that it's not
and
there,
Jongmo
they
and
just
Bound
can't
would
perform.
appear in Maelroom almost
The thing is, though,
underneath
Trent was
the
still
aftershock,
performing
even taking
well,
damage sometimes.
like really
I mean,
well.
100 Thieves
He
Sage
just
there,
wasn't
G2
a
have
god
flipped
among
the way
men
that they're
throughout the
doing
majority
this.
of
Yes, they
stage
still
two.
have Leaf lurking,
That's
Visible?
but
stage one.
they are
Not
finding
visible,
some
you're
creative
breach
ways.
Okay,
to
got
get
that breach
through
up.
these rounds.
Feeds.
Okay.
Oh my god, he died before it hit him.
Okay. That's going to be a tough one to get through. And they are just pushing now. Smiles on their face. G2 know they have control after 5 straight rounds.
Come on,
Yeah,
come
and
on. I need
also
100
using
Thieves
the
not
Rolling
to
Thunder
win
on
That's
side
some
of the
respect
board.
for
more than
Cryo.
6 rounds.
Oh,
Very
wasted?
even.
Slightly, yeah,
In
I would say.
the ult economy for both G2 and 100 Thieves. Both teams still have the Armageddon to work with. But yes, it looked questionable when they were using the Rolling Thunder on the defensive side. I feel that they wanted to keep Arsenal alive in order to utilize those 2 ults because you still had EU on that side.
Yeah.
It just came down to how much information that you gathered. They did spot Leaf. They got the first
Take
kill.
ramp.
but they
Now
didn't react
against
to continue with
Sen,
more
their
ults.
attack side I would say was quite
Thinking
direct.
that G2 was already
G2.
pulling away after that first fight, but we'll
Looking
hold
like
that
this
thought.
kind of
G2's
round.
already moving aggressively towards the safe site.
Armageddon Boostio doesn't have very much more to stand in right now. That is a
He goes
safe
for it
spot
again?
as Asuna takes down Jog. Still a lot of chaos in sight as they
Asuna
fire
still
through the
dies,
smoke. But you
though.
can see all the
Yeah.
members still towards A main now. It's only Jog
I think the
that's been
bullet
got,
slowed him because
lost.
then he didn't get out in
Galactic
time.
gravity.
Oh shit! It was grapple.
No.
Oh.
He died
Oh.
because he
Oh,
had to
he
fall down.
slowed way too deep.
It just seems like G2 has all the timing
Way too
on
deep.
this split
reflank?
matchup so far.
Oh!
What the fuck was that?
The
Where did that
screen
come
transfer
from?
out from
Oh my god, he
Boostio.
just ripped all of his headphones out and shit.
Stands up right
What
away.
the fuck was that?
And it looked like it was G2
Oh
once again about
my
to shut
god,
down
that
100
is
Thieves
some
until the IGL
generational
comes in,
Boostio.
and he takes
That
G2
is
for a walk.
that's the best clip Boostio's
That's
had.
slow. He was
in
pushing
2
through.
years.
It's just one of those. Just give me the moment. Give me the moment. And you give
He
Boost
did hit
the
that.
moment.
He
and
did hit that
finds
ace
also
during
rips
champs. No?
out his in-ears when he stands up too. Yep, yep.
Okay, well, a year and a
All
half
right,
then. A year and a
tech
half.
pop. No, I'm just kidding.
But since that, yes.
Don't do
Here
that.
we go. 5-5.
Holy
Round 11.
shit.
And it's split across the site here for G2. Both initiators trying to sell a fake potentially
A
now with the
moment
drone
of
coming out
prime
after the
Boostio.
fault
Can he
line.
keep it up?
And now 3
Did that,
players
like,
on
double
this
his
left side
kills?
walking up.
I feel like he didn't have many before that, did
Just
he?
playing the off angle, his gun's sticking out, down to 35 HP. They can punish him right now.
They know where he's been. Each time he plays behind this column is he doesn't have enough time to get out. And he's just going to get faked out on this one. Leaf with the squad this time, so they're flipping the way that they're lurking on this map. Or
Oh,
on this round, I
Boostio's
should
so
say.
confident.
Keep
Look
it
at that
up.
push
When
up.
they
This
had an
push up is
opportunity to punish Xander.
crazy from
Also, the work
Boostio.
coming through from Jonah P towards middle.
And he's
Saw.
cooked him.
Oh, no.
He's
Wow.
cooked him.
He's cooked
Okay,
him,
all
but
this
it doesn't
happening
matter
on
because
camera,
everyone
Genuinely-
else
I
died.
was going to mention that
He
you
nearly
have the
doubled his kills. He
showstopper
had
that was
4
spotted
kills before
crossing
that
over into
3K
middle,
spray
so they
down.
avoided that spot.
He had
Waited
4
down
kills
towards mid
in
and
9
somehow got all
rounds.
the punishes
And then
onto
he got a
100 Thieves
3K
walking out.
and then
This
pushed
should be a
down.
guaranteed round
Cooked
unless
Leaf.
Xander goes
He's cooked Leaf
here.
twice
He has
actually.
to.
on
Can
that
he
one.
have a moment again? Stunned up. Oh,
I
the
mean, they
shot
want
just
him
to
to,
right
right? If you have
Jongmo
your
as they
breach doing
beautifully
that,
play off
like,
that
no
util.
stoppage on the other side of the map.
Now it's Boostio
Yeah, but
again.
it's ludicrous to
Like
have
I'm starting to think, what if
Lines
these
across
teams,
the
like
It
if
is,
you're
it is,
playing
but
this
it's
comp,
so
right? Let's say you're
low.
playing the
There
G2
for the
comp,
trade
Fighting
as
their
we're
Viper.
positioned.
Put your
They
Viper
love
up,
it.
like here.
G2 grab
Like, can't provide
another
util support
round
anywhere else on the
as
map.
they
He's just solo
screen
1v1ing
through
their
these
lurker.
only
And then you
one
salvo
crazy.
backside,
in
It's
there.
good for G2 no matter what
so they
happens.
don't backside.
Crazy
And then you
stuff so
Euro
far.
TP with the Viper up.
Gosh.
So you Euro
Boostio
TP
has-
back
John
here
is still
deeper
just
than
going
Jongmo
for
was
these,
there.
man. That's actually crazy.
Everybody's getting a little bit of that limelight, a little bit of that transfer power here today.
Just try to slow orb into the
Alright.
ground.
So
Triple
orb like
swing, and he
here.
got punished by the long range distance
Shit
from
by
G2.
for 100 Thieves,
TP back
unfortunately, in the final round.
And then it's going to be hard for
last
them to
round of the
re-clear
half.
you.
Who's next?
They're going to have to
Okay,
go through a
here we
Viper
go.
or
100
be
Thieves
in a
They know
Viper.
Boostio has to be
Info
here.
gathering coming out from G2.
Am I
Always.
cooking or not?
One player
I
inside
don't know.
fence.
Shit.
Maybe I'm not.
Where's the gate crack?
And they definitely saw the wall on middle, so a similar 2-1-2
What?
setup coming
Yeah,
out from the
not-
defense,
not
but
cooking
Cryo's
with that
still
one,
fighting
Jog.
against Jongmo.
Cryo's been playing
No,
amazing.
Especially because he
That
didn't
one.
see the
Shutting
Sage.
down everything.
But he saw the
he
Sage
needs to.
wall.
Getting one basically.
you know
in
the Sage is in
situations,
heaven,
honestly.
no?
And it has been
Yeah,
here.
You have
especially
to
because he
confuse it.
scaled vent. He went through vent and didn't see the Sage.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. So it has to be on the
Can
He's
track.
definitely in
Cryo
heaven.
give us another fight. He's actually backed off all
But,
the
like,
way.
we can't even say the wall fucked
him.
them. They know they wall there every time. They know Sage plays B heaven. And he ends in
Hasn't
male.
really been checked or played at all by 100
Yeah.
Thieves.
That's just horrible. I mean, okay, I guess now it works
Now,
because
as they lose B heaven with odds not falling,
Fuck me,
Cryo
I
is
guess.
going to be out in the open if G2 commits towards his
It's a
B side.
very
Interesting.
strange ult when they've taken heaven.
Well, you
Wondering
can
if they should
you can
rotate.
double
Here
fight B
comes
main.
EU now trying to get himself over Cryo.
they just pit
They
on the
got
other
one.
side.
Cryo can swing into the pit. It's like weird, but the...
Cryo wants to stay alive
Oh,
so
he
he
got
can
off the front.
beta res.
Oh, he's got the stun on Jonah as well.
Perfectly
That's
played. Oh,
nice. That
Jonah
is
P still
nice
trades the
from
shot,
EU.
but it's enough for the team
I like that
working.
delay.
Leaf locks that one down.
Where is that
Lol,
stun
where the
coming
fuck
from?
is
Fucking
Boostio? He's playing for the
Boostio
lurk
spawn.
again. He's playing for the lurk
Searches
again.
around.
Boostio's like, I can't find
Smoke's
Leaf. I
about
can't
to
find him.
go
Where is
out.
he?
The jig is up. Oh, they stay
He's in a
hiding.
terrible spot now.
Oh,
That's beautiful. Boostio
Nice from Boostio as
jumps
well.
around
He's
the
so
corner
confident
with
after
Xander.
that
They
3K.
get the kill.
He's
They
so
get the
fucking confident.
6-6 first half.
I guess he's
and
hoping to
honestly, on a
find one
broken
and then
by
jump back
round,
in it, but
Well, they're able to tie it up versus
You're always
G2
better off
here.
just to-
What?
paying that. But anyway, 6-6. I mean, you know, not bad. It's winnable, I suppose. Now, 100 Thieves, though, on their attack side sometimes have looked pretty rough. I'd say their defense side is the better half. They also won pistol and a bonus, and still only won 6. And they're going on to the half that's probably harder for them. Although it's not a terrible comp for attack, is it? It's not like G2 are playing a great defense comp either. So maybe it's winnable. It's 2004, fuck. The defensive rounds is higher? Yeah, that's what I thought. For some reason in my head, the last time they played split attack side, I remember thinking it wasn't that great, but maybe let's see, when was it? It was against MIBR. I mean, they did win some rounds, to be fair, so maybe it wasn't a complete disaster. They did lose 13-1 to Sen. Maybe this is what's in my head. Because I will have made a video about this. Yes, almost certainly this is what I was remembering. Rippy, you play Rivals? You play a bad Overwatch clone? It's not bad. It's fine. It's whatever. Where's with the yikes? It's better? When I played, I just couldn't get into it. I mean, I already don't care about Marvel at all, so I guess that I'm already.
They're gonna find Valen.
I don't
They're gonna
have
find a
that
smoke, a
care that maybe
paranoia,
other people would.
possibly a bit of a drop in here from Leaf. But we expect Asuna to be first, back of the site. Second guessing, the fault line comes across perfectly as Valen actually is going to have a spot to hide for the moment. As it's going to be a full new box side here from 100 Thieves. They try to come around, Salvos would cook whoever is in that spot. And I'd say Valen doing a great job at staying alive.
They
that
are
from going
aggressive.
Down so far.
They are
Now
fucking
100
aggressive.
Thieves
They love
just
sending
a
it.
single man up.
Yeah, I think they were playing for Jonah's stun to actually hit there, but Valen took too much damage in the first fight.
They're weak
Kills
though.
there. This
Oh
is
my God.
He times
Timing.
it perfectly. Baited into the smoke that was going to fall.
Okay,
A
double pistol
1v3.
from
Another
Trent.
1v3 for
Is
Trent.
this too much to ask?
They doubled CT.
And they are
Both
weak.
members, all three, I should say. Of
Oh,
100
no, he's
Thieves
not
are
thinking
staying
about it at
hidden
all.
until the last moment. Asuna gets that
Good
one.
position.
Gets a
Wins
few
the
points
round.
towards the alt as that goes across the team. But 100 Thieves
Double
get
pistol,
pistoled,
winnable.
and they start off with a very necessary round.
I love that it was anticipated that Valen was going to throw that paranoid down into B main. So when they scale into the site, all they want to do is just run fully blinded and just hug the wall as much as possible and just fight towards orange. You know somebody's going to swing back towards heaven. You now are able to have a triple quad swing out to fight back towards the heavens against the pick.
So they're all scaled
Very
this
strong
way. I mean,
fire
it's
for
quite an
the
interesting
Thieves.
idea.
And the anti-bonus.
And I think the mistake
Staying as a
was
group one more
maybe
time without
Valen just
satcheling
taking
up,
this
just
fight
following
a
behind the
little
drone.
bit early. Before he
So now
really
Asuna
needed to.
can
Obviously
save his
difficult when
satchel
he's
to
just,
potentially
you know,
get into
doesn't
the
know how
site from
surrounded
heaven.
he is. But
Just depends what happens now if they want to scale into the site. But G2 have a decent read, a stack towards this heaven.
Ooh. They got a smoke behind them too, so they can start to push up a little bit here and be dangerous. Looks like Jog actually got out of that situation after going very low from a spam, so they have to stop. And now
I don't
it
know
falls
why he
apart as
seemed
Heaven
to
Control is
forget
there for
that
100 Thieves. The shorty does
they
not
would be there.
connect. Valen looks to toy here with Cryo, but it's only going to last so long as they continue to wipe out the rest of the members of G2. Just a stiff win to take out Jongmo here behind the wall.
It's 2 rounds that are
Oh,
very
just
much
end
needed
this.
here on the side of 100 Thieves. Man, it's a nice little wall you see that was being placed up by Cryo. It goes through it, it covers up towards the vents. You don't have to be
Yeah.
out in the open to place it down.
Well, I guess the map idea does
Could've been
have some
tough, though, 'cause
basis
it
because they
also
haven't
funneled
force
all
bought on
100
either
Thieves
side of Split.
into the A heavens, and if the utility was actually pretty good for G2 when you're playing this double initiator,
Which is
from
kind of
Clinching
crazy
to
because, like, if I asked you
It
to
could do a lot of
name
damage,
which
but
maps
thankfully,
you think Stinger
wasn't the
force buys
case.
would be best on,
G2 falls down,
I feel like some
goes
people
into
would
a
mention
rifle
Split.
round
Split feels like a perfectly valid.
with the focus to stall
I think defense side
the
for
A
sure.
side if there is going to be some
Like,
pressure.
if you,
and
but I
there
think
will
defense
be.
side,
A lot of 100 Thieves are
you know,
getting
it's
ready
going to be
go for
more
a fault
conditional
line,
maybe
aggressive push
on getting kills.
into the entrance of A main.
Then again, they did. Oh no, they didn't get that many
With
kills.
fainting some
Oh,
mid
they
stars
apparently
too
did
as
force
well.
buy
Starting
against
to
Sentinels on
push
Split
up, they
yesterday,
have
so
some
it's not
options
map
on
dependent.
this. Great
No,
fault
yeah,
line.
I
think it's
Get
genuinely
free, 'cause
comp
Asuna
dependent
knows
slash
that he's
team
alone in
dependent.
this situation, and that's going to change the entire dynamic of this play. The comms weren't there that they could follow. The
Or even
disruption,
vibes
yes,
dependent.
but
We have to
really
find the
great
correlation.
retaliation by G2 and
Actually,
understanding
it could
what
be
was
vibes
happening.
dependent off a
You
loss or
already have a
something.
TP
Like,
back
actually,
from
the
Jongmo,
force thing
so
is
he's gonna
last
be
map.
back with the team to stack up
Where is
towards
my
his B
ultra
site.
min
You've
max
walled up to
G2?
funnel yourself
I
You're
think
into
you
not
just
the
wanna,
B.
jumping
they don't
off
want
the
to lose
heaven
too
to
many
deny
rounds
the
and just go
outdoor.
bad. They
So
just want the
sad.
eco to be normal.
Also,
and just move.
I'm gay.
With the snake bite to throw up.
But
But you probably win
he already
70% of the
took
time,
damage, so
like-
he wouldn't deny the
Exactly,
ultimate.
that's what I'm
There
saying.
it
Like,
is.
you gotta have a
Completely denied
good
unless they
reason to
want to
not
go
do
over
it.
the garbage pail there.
The thing is, if you're selective for a
happen.
I hate this
strategic
wall, man.
region,
I
that's
hate
going
this
to boost your
Already
win rate.
have
But if you're
Trent
strategic
leaning,
for
he
like
can
a
get some
vibes
salvos in if
reason,
he
I
wants
mean,
it.
it's,
That's
it's
what I'm
good
saying.
if there's
Yeah, that one
literally
makes
someone
the
here,
map
but
from
if
their
you just
position.
if
There
there
isn't,
isn't, you
starting
just
to lean
tell
over
them.
It has to
more.
be Sage.
Is
I can
G2
only just
have
look
a
at the
full
Sage.
read, but it doesn't matter.
win
The
another
shots are what counts in 100 Thieves.
Okay,
come
double
up with
pistol, double
3
bonus, you
very
better
fast
win.
Kills.
You gotta win this, man.
Beautiful read
We're
by
actually
Xander.
going to
Two
a 3
players left,
again when
committing to it
everyone's
for now.
expecting, including G2, to close it out on a 2-mapper.
Toying with them.
Last player standing.
Trent again. Trying to get a 1v3. I gotta say, 100 Thieves are doing a good job now on these
nice from
rounds of
100
making
Thieves.
sure they're not playing too dangerous and only pushing themselves as far as they need to. The overheating
They're
is
kind of
not
like,
there, which is very good to see.
They're
very nice
down to
repositioning
brawl,
from Xander as
willing
well.
to fight, and
We didn't
increasing
really
the
see
tempo.
how these guys
It kind of
played back
feels
It looks like they had the upper hand in the
like
very beginning by dropping Asuna inside
G2
the
playing
site.
against T1 a bit.
Another one
You
of
know,
those
like
moments
with
where you just
the
stop and go. Looks very similar
the
to what G2
desire
was doing on their
for
attack side when
T1 to
you know, you're
up the
forcing your opponents to
tempo,
run up
test
against
G2, like find the gaps in it.
as they thought they had enough stall here for G2
It's that kind
side
of-
with the snake bite on the top of B heaven.
The Valorant game should
Xander
rename
just
it to
waits.
Tail
Aggressive
Rams
style.
because of the
Why is
showcase
there
of
such a lack of
gunplay in these
control
NA teams.
Crosshair, even
From
with the
G2
Bulldog
on these
bonus
map
round
twos.
converted on
I
the
feel
side
like
of
they don't
100
get
Thieves, and
the.
this is probably
Okay,
what
yeah, they take
Yeah,
it
they
time out.
definitely
I'm not
played
surprised.
worse. They played
It
worse
didn't
on
look like it
Icebox
was the
against
best of times
Sentinels.
for
I
them
think that was their
on the
worst map
defensive
on a
end.
like
But
individual.
on the attack, they're
Yeah, but
definitely
even right now, it seems like
more
just
willing and
fucking getting.
comfortable here to
They're letting the game go
react
sometimes.
to how G2 early
Dog's not on the
TPs
same page with them as well.
aggressively.
It's so clean when we slow down like this. This round was legit perfect. Like actually, like prime 100 Thieves perfect.
There
Nice.
you go.
It is.
Wait till you're coming up against Prime Yay, though. You think you know how to slow down?
We know how to slow down. You look like you're going at a breakneck pace compared to us, the Tortoise Clan.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that movies? The movies with Timmy Boat? The fucking really hard goals. You guys know what I'm talking about?
You're talking to two people who admit that their film knowledge.
No, I don't
Is
think that's the
awful.
name of it though. It's like really hard goal.
Yeah, so now you're
It's like-
asking us to find what, like, off a description what you're talking about.
yeah, I mean, I swear it's a really popular franchise. It has multiple of the movies. A really hard goal. Timmy Boat.
Push into response.
I think
and
that's
they're
the
already
actor's
set
name.
up
I
here
forget.
into these positions.
Timmy
the pulse plan did
Boat.
not allow G2 to
Yeah,
come
I
back into
swear
the
like,
sights.
it might be a different. Like I
Double
swear. It's,
Bucky G2.
It might be
Kinda
what, a
like
different
Timmy
mode
Boat.
of
Just
Stay
transportation.
quiet from G2's side.
I don't know,
Timmy
like-
Airplane?
100 Thieves is crossing their path within arm's reach here.
This is a
I-
pretty
He's
like
ready
decent
for a quick shot in a game.
buy, considering their economy is shit.
Avoids
Double Bucky, double Stinger,
the entrance
and a
when the
Vandal
smoke dissipates,
on
so
your
it's
best
not too
player.
bad.
Yeah.
I fucking take that.
Trying to
Reap
read
on
that.
smoke.
You're absolutely correct, and he is going to have to get flashed out of that
Holy
situation. No
shit.
damage really taken, though, for him. Nice.
He tries
Alright,
to
so we don't
get
know the
inside.
franchise.
100 Thieves, they're getting
No
the
one knows the
space they
franchise.
want
That's
here.
crazy.
There's that wall you were talking about before, safely placed, but hidden from
Okay,
Jonah
1 for 1,
P.
not
Actually
bad.
gets the stinger
And
frag
again,
to
this is
start.
the we're
That's
going
the first
AWOL.
huge kill, and if you're looking on the side of G2, they have a here rifle on the side of Trent. And with this wall up towards heaven, again, it's back into the scenario where 100 Thieves have to fight for heaven or also have to connect into the A site unless they wait for the wall to break.
You will not kill my ally.
Oh, it was perfect. Gets out just in time. Nicely done. His EU
Goes for
knows
the
that
fucking
Jongmo's going to be
make a play.
trying to come around. Do they go through their own wall?
30
I want to
seconds
see it.
left.
Just destroy the wall and run B. They're not gonna. They're gonna waterfall into sight, and it could be a problem. Trent starts them off right, but Xander answers. They're trying to creep up so they can get the double swing out of smoke, but it's not gonna be
Damn.
enough.
Nice. They're really
I think they
changing
were
the
right.
tempo
Xander
very
said
well
it.
in
We
these
take it a little
rounds.
slow. We'll be good.
Timmy
Sorry,
both
you
with
said it,
Tom.
we'll take it a
They
little
go
slower.
fast a bit,
And it
then
worked
they
out.
pause a bit, and they go fast a bit again. They're
It's
playing
definitely
well.
different from the 100
Timmy
Thieves
Boat.
chaotic
I
comms at
didn't
the
even
beginning of the
fucking-
year.
Reminds me
Yeah.
of Timmy
Just
Boat.
running around
Same
and
shit from
saying,
the
hey,
movies.
let's fight.
I
3,
just
2, 1, swing, swing,
What
swing.
would-
Yes, I now understand what you mean.
Staggered.
But did you read your chat to
Slow it
understand?
down.
Yes.
See it on the side of G2
Okay,
too.
then it does
They
not
have-
count. All right, cool.
Timmy Boat.
They have the protocol to try to
Fucking
swing
hell.
back in their favor too, or swing back through the smoke at screens. When Valen and Trent are trying to count that 3, 2, 1 and greet it by that high-low stack. We'll follow back with the action though. There's a trap play happening towards B.
Oh my
main.
God, we missed the
It was
first
slowed
5
at the
seconds
very
of the
beginning
round.
with the fault line. Aftershock to pull them back. And 100
Hell's
Thieves, this
going
was
on?
all a bait. Keeping Asuna with
Op
the
posted
boom
over
bot in the
towards
very
ramp.
beginning to force out that
I mean,
utility
the
from
op
G2.
posted on
Yeah, all
ramp
of them were
seems
swinging
like
back
it's going to
towards
get
that spawn
giga
still, though.
value for G2.
Yeah.
No
that's what-
Viper, no
Three
real load
rounds
potential.
away. Oh, the
Oh,
trade back
that's-
from Asa.
What?
That's going to be
Unfortunate.
the ultimate for him as well. Cosmic Divide is
Asuna
there.
just gets
Would you know it? They feel
away
good about
with
moving around the
some
map on this
crazy
one.
shit
They're going to have
sometimes.
the right side, but now they find out that Jongmo has an operator for the first time on the round. And we'll see what kind of damage he can put down with that.
If they walk into it, yeah. G2 starting that round with a lot of util to funnel them into.
Now, as long as it goes
that
towards
off.
ramp,
They'll
they
get
should win
rolled
this
down.
round.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned
Oh,
last
they
Didn't
didn't
go
round.
to
clear at
ramp.
all.
Didn't go to
Holy
He
ramp.
went
shit.
down low with it. He takes that window. And actually opens up Cryo with the operator.
Wow,
Dude,
on
actually,
it.
you were
Cosmic
fired
Divide
for
is
his
going to
ultimate
give
as
him a
well.
second thought
Yeah.
here on how he wants to get the peek in. So he's going to
Oh
my
have
God.
Has your wall as well?
EU to take him down. The post plan's gone for 100 Thieves. The pre
Yeah,
plan's
very
gone
good
as the
round
fight
from
just goes down. They don't have
Jorg
much
and
more to work
G2
with.
here. You see what 100 Thieves are cooking, but
Oh, Boostio answers on the lead.
Oh
There's
my
no-
God.
Jongmo
There's
with
no
a quick scope
fucking way.
onto Xander. No scope,
All right.
honestly.
Okay.
Trent gets
That's a
one
Jorg
down
round.
as well. And
Okay.
that is one that would absolutely bring the momentum up and scary for 100 Thieves
What do you
to be
say?
losing the bonus.
definitely a
That's
good
just a little bit of a
strategy,
missed time
though,
for 100
trying
Thieves.
to post
With the drone
somebody
going out towards main instead
against
of
the
heaven,
Viperless
it was an
comp on A
easy
ramp.
pick coming up from Jongmo.
Yeah.
I think that's why 100 Thieves need to be
You
taking
already
a
see
ramp
it.
at the start
The
of the
first
round
jiggle
so
out from
much.
Cryo. The
Jeez.
re-swing to get
The
the kill
comp
onto
just
EU
doesn't
so
apply
that
very
EU
much
cannot
mid-ramp
play the
pressure.
salvos in the post plant. He on top of that gets a dimensional drift. This time no accident. Gets all that info. And the no scope onto Xander was huge.
Man, him and Ye today. What's up with the no scopes? Give
Okay,
us more
big round
anyways.
for G2. Their money is in a
round
bit of a
18 as
shambles.
we
They
get
need to
in.
win this.
And they actually just drone out. A little bit of patience here still on the side of 100 Thieves as they're trying to read what's going on and just get an insert
Push
into
the same main.
I didn't even realize that Austin actually used a showstopper in that previous round. So when he was jumping towards main to pick up the orb and get the kill into Jonah P, looks like they did try to gain some space around that on the A side hit, and they don't have it to use it this time around. But thankfully they have the Rolling Thunder, so all of them grouped up one more time. But Jongmo is still in a prime spot. In a position to watch towards vents first, and now with the util coming through, will definitely assist Trent to hold up
Just
the A
going
site.
for it.
Who knows he's going to be there. Oh, there's two. One in discipline and one behind the wall. They just don't expect it. Jongmo somehow
crazy.
gets two with the operator.
Still
from
only
that
3v2
position,
though.
as
Don't
they are
clear
taking down
Trent,
3 members
and then they don't
altogether
clear
here.
Jorg
100 Thieves
either.
are still moving
They're-
quick.
they're
Still,
with
it's
an
still
eye on the
winnable
plan.
though. They have breach ult.
Yeah, he's in a really good
Weaponry
spot.
shown here from G2 could make this possible if they find.
Can he hit both
any of
heaven
those rifles
and
first
the
and leave Valen with
total
a
of
stinger.
screens?
Right now, all of them grouped up towards the screens for
He's going
G2.
for heaven
Flash
instead.
and Aftershock, though, could get countered out by the Rolling Thunder. And that wastes
Only
enough
two
time
good
now
hit.
for EU
Yeah,
to
missed
just hide
Jonah.
behind and get the salvos up.
Ooh.
Gets through a nice fall
What are you
line.
doing, Lee?
Steve tries to jump around the corner, looking up to the top.
Salvos. Oh great.
Right back to it. The smoke's going to come out in just a second for Valen here. He's going to try to throw that down and get this sorted out for himself.
This fucking agent.
He's going to have to stick on it at this point. He has
Really well played.
but it's not going to be enough. EU jumps into the smoke, and 100 Thieves get to 11.
Beautifully done by EU. Unfortunately there for Jonah P was looking up
Winnable.
towards Heaven, thinking that the plant was for Heaven as well. So very ballsy on the side of Busio to get that plant out in the open, and
Yeah.
it turns out to be the key piece that allows 100 Thieves to win that 1v1.
Could Jordan not afford a short either?
With the util still available.
Feels like he
for
gets
EU.
another little short.
With the stun for him to run through that smoke and not give a chance here for Valen to go for that full defuse. Now 100 Thieves looking pristine on their attack side, only allowing G2 to get one round on their defense.
This is strange by G2 because they played such a clean
Off is
split
now gone.
yesterday. It's
Stinger
just like
five,
whatever
rifles
they
for the rest
pick,
of
whatever
G2.
their map pick is, they just
They forced into this one. Look
don't
at the
play
money
it that
that's
well.
left on the side of G2.
quite strange.
There's absolutely nothing left.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it off of that game point, hoping for that grace of the gods that they have in somehow these low buy rounds that allows them the positioning and the smarts to get through. 100 Thieves may have slowed it down, but man, once they get into the fight, they are thriving in the chaos.
With this type of buy, you definitely know here that Jonah P and Trent are going to be the most
I think that
important
drone saw a
players
leaf.
in this round. They want
They
to
force up.
utilize these ults in the favor of the buy to just swing it back in their favor.
See, can they get Leaf around? Is there an orb for him? Is there something, maybe even a plant that can get his pit to deny things? And there it
So
is.
illegal
Oh,
what
he
they're
wants it, but
doing.
there's not going to be enough
They're going
time.
for the pit. Oh,
Still
the
going
stun-
for
Oh my
the
God,
flash
Jonah
was
with
so
a
good.
double.
Shoulder, EU. The sliver shots coming from both players as the concuss goes
Wow.
in. It's not gonna be
Wow.
enough. Leaf
Stun as
sidesteps.
well.
And G2
Okay.
grab an 8th round.
Still in it.
I mean, that was
Somehow
nuts.
was able
Paranoia,
to
and you
avoid
focus
that
on
stun.
all of the A main
And
players, and
also
then the player
somehow
drops into
G2
hell to
able to
cover
win
the
that round
player in
without having to
box.
use those two ults that I just mentioned
And then they
before.
That's to be a,
When you were
for the
mentioning for
player
Leaf
drop
side, he
into
didn't
hell,
pull up
the
that
hell.
pit 'cause you don't want to block the
Everything there
vision
works
that
lovely
they've
from
already
G2.
gained on that rotate. They could play the
has to be a
high low. They can
preemptive
play it
paranoia
against
as well because they
EU.
kind of
They
cut
can fight
noise
against
all the
all
way to the
players
top.
trying
So
move
that
into
was
the
really
B
good
side.
from
G2
Valen
Stinger. God
just to
damn.
know the timing.
Exactly. It's, there's something
No
about it.
timeout, 100 Thieves.
Check
Gonna
him,
ult mid.
Stinger.
Well,
All right.
the attack side are trying to do 100 Thieves Stinger, but they decide otherwise. Only one buy for Osno instead.
Fast,
pivot
very
on the
fast.
top of the
Good
side.
awareness from Leaf. He
Oh,
backs
I
all the way
know.
up. He backed
They
so
were
far
ready
up.
for it. We've been waiting to see when the judge would come
That's
out.
probably
towards
this
the
round
L
over.
room, and it makes itself known in the hands of Leaf.
And this
Quick
is going
kill
to
there
allow.
onto Asuna. Now the aggression into sight has to be the team.
it
running
should
in off
allow
the fault
Valen to
line, off
upgrade
the
his
flashes.
weapon
It
as
takes
well.
a bit more util here since you don't have that crosshair breaker in Asuna. Maybe they try to get some ramp positioning, but Jog's going to know about it pretty soon.
They'll have to forfeit this spot still. It'll give a chance now for 100 Thieves to move through, but instead of TPing, he actually anchors down. Realizing here
Problem
that
with a
100
mid
Thieves
pit,
aren't
sometimes you
utilizing
just
yourself
end
to
up
try to
2-2.
Punish him.
Can end
Those
up.
boxes
He's on a
one.
standstill.
No, what was
Finally
up?
getting the rotation over as well. Here comes Jonah P. They believe this is going to be towards the other side of the map.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
Armageddon
no
ready.
way this is gonna work against Armageddon
Just a
and
flick of
Rolling
the
Thunder,
switch.
right?
Wow,
What the fuck?
what?
Rolling
They
Thunder
really
into
thought they
Really
were already in
preemptive.
heaven. But even so, like 5v4
They
against
are
an eco.
knowing now that A top side is clear.
Just want
Jogmo?
to convert it.
Oh my, he looks like he's ready to shake hands with the
Yeah.
entire team of
The
100
stun from
Thieves from
Jonah
that
P
spot.
helped him out a ton
Ball's
there.
about to break.
20 seconds.
They might go
20
through
seconds.
events here and
There's
maybe
3 players
cancel it
on
against
site.
Leaf.
1 player containing heaven.
Not a lot looking great right here. They're
You
going to
just
have to
gotta frag your
waterfall
way
into
out of
sight
this.
into just about every single member here.
And
They're
you're not
saying
gonna do
pull. The 100
Damn.
Thieves members jump and they fall.
You know what? They might have
right
thought it
out
was
of
a
the
complete
sky.
force.
A flawless round for G2.
Valen did not upgrade the gun. There was
100
a Vandal
Thieves
out there.
Just afraid to run through
But
the
they didn't find
Viper's
it.
wall at the entrance of the A
I'm
site.
at 100 Thieves.
They've
Gotta
already
be, I think.
dodged the Rolling Thunder and also the Armageddon, knowing that the initiators are playing kind of close. But potentially here, because the Rolling Thunder came in from the spawn, that it should be weak side towards A, but it didn't want to swing through that
Yeah.
to play the numbers advantage against Jogmo inside the site.
Still
And I don't know
using
why.
2 ults there, using
So you
Breach
ring around
Tail. Might end up honestly being the difference. Like if they were coming into this round with Breach Tail ult, you'd be like, ooh, difficult for 100 Thieves to win this one, and then run another eco, and then it's 11-11.
Dude, how do we Lightning, Flash, Barry Allen, Wally West, Sonic the Hedgehog levels of speed to get into a round that's a timeout? But like the real match, the real rounds, we missed the first 10 seconds. Like what?
Yeah. I've been on their ass about it for the last 2 years.
Damn.
But they
Who do you
I
blame,
don't know.
Kurt?
I'm not gonna say who I blame. It's rude. but I'll tell you what, I'm thinking of exactly the people.
What the fuck?
I know who it is. I'm not going to tell you. It's not just one thing though. Sometimes it's like two different things and how they interact. So it's
Nobody pushing
it's
forward
an
on that
annoying
side.
problem for them to solve.
Ballsy peek coming out here from
They have no idea
Cryo.
TP. Never mind.
But in the end, it's the TP away.
You think people think that if you're not casting, you're the one that's in the back room doing the production and the observing?
Probably. It's like you know how you thought your teacher lived at
As soon as
school?
you run out of fuel
Yeah.
on
When you were
that
young.
side, or should I say a smoke from the open?
It's like
Yeah.
that. You just assume the casters are like
Instead,
running
Valen
the
is using
production
Wait, they
behind
don't?
the scene.
They do want to give this space for
I mean-
these to take.
So, some of them might, depending on how much they're being compensated, I suppose.
Check the
I
lot.
was
The
thinking
ones
also
who
the
financially
bus
struggle.
drivers was like they could live anywhere they wanted to.
Because
This time they go through vents. 100 Thieves have been taking a heaven
Yeah,
and
that's so
just
true.
kind of chilling there, walling vents. G2
Who
is
thought
so
that?
ready for
No,
everything that they're
no.
planning
You have to
right
remember,
now. It's
don't-
just
right?
middle of
The
map.
people who are down you, Sideshow, you have to remember he
I
went
feel
to
like this
a
fault line could hit
private boarding
Cryo
school,
and
so-
Asuna.
No,
The
that
moment
is-
they're seen,
It is
It's
an
not ready, though.
incredibly
Yeah, they
common
don't need
trope
it.
with children
Apparently.
Yeah, Lee
that
just goes
because
how he
they
gets the
only
big
ever see
balls
their
back.
teachers at school, they
But
assume
Cryo
they
just
live
worked
at
through.
school.
Yeah,
It's
they're losing players in the process,
insanely
but
common.
Cryo could have a good position here.
Oh,
through the
that's
smoke.
fine.
Does he choose right?
Oh
they
my
just
God.
saw
Oh
him
my
leave.
God.
He was
That's,
switching
it's
weapons,
ruined
but
now.
he sees
Everything's
it out of the
ruined.
corner of his eye as they're so ready on the side of G2. 100 Thieves is forced to back up now and looks like they'll have to save these with 15 seconds left.
Okay.
That's after a timeout from Zix. I think that was the last one too. on
Oh
the side
dear.
of the
So they
Thieves.
get cooked. I think was this an up
In the
kill
next
here?
round, Cryo, Boost,
I mean, initially they
will
pushed
have to
Jongmo
go
back.
into a half buy.
But then they just don't properly clear this.
Building that doesn't really do much here for EU. He already has the Armageddon. G2 still quite healthy, and getting rid of a gun would have been good on the side of G2, so I
Yeah.
respect the push out from Leaf into main.
It's gonna be an eco.
And nothing's free
So that's
here.
a- that-
So they give you all the way
that's a
to
very
vent.
rough
You'll
first
think you'll
kill,
have
and-
rope. They're
and
not
this
going to be
one's
in
pretty
rope.
rough
They're
as
in
well.
rope. You're getting all this position in heaven, but as soon as you peek heaven, you're taken out. 100 Thieves has to feel like they're gaining so much ground, but little do they know, G2 almost feels like they're allowing that ground to be taken before they attack.
Okay, we
hard to
see
play
what
against
Yorwold.
it.
They have
They have to try to
res
use some of
and
the
tail.
aggressive here to try to get some early control. Just go for the duel, go for the fight. The res is available for Cryo. And even though it's a lower buy for 100 Thieves, you kind of need that to come out here. Something to come out for 100 Thieves to bring that econ down on the side of G2. Try to get the res
Alright,
back into your
can
favor. Put yourself on
Asuna
that
go
point.
It may not be a
crazy
full
from
buy,
B
but this
heaven?
is what 100 Thieves tried to put together before
no.
with Asuna
You
coming
need the
out of
B main
heaven.
players to
Can they
distract,
still attack from the bottom side
and
of
they
the
got
site? And
stalled
look
out.
at that denial. They're not even in to give the assistance.
There's 3 players there. Trying to go for the pincer towards the back, and Asuna, the one trying to open it up in the top of B heaven to force some players to left back and fight against him so they could find the timing for the Thieves to move into B main, but
Yeah.
all of that gets denied. Because Valen's always been good for throwing the one-way smoke and the paranoia, not allowing here for 100 Thieves to flood through. And the res is way too far. Unless they walk up
I mean,
and they
Trent's
do get the
very
punishment
passive.
onto Leaf, who's currently jump
his
spotting on the
angle,
top
but
of B heaven.
40
They may have a
seconds.
chance.
They can smoke it up and res him because it's going to be so clear to sight.
Oh, they are
Jongmo
now.
already says dimensional drift.
Really
I feel like
important
it's
that
akin to a
Cryo lives
secret
for this
They're trying to
res
res
if they do want
He
to
just
trade.
wants to figure out what's going
And
on.
he's
As
dead.
Valen takes down one, Xander
Oh.
does find a few off the
Xander,
concuss there
two-piece.
as they make their way into
And
sight.
they're in
Wait
onto
a minute,
B.
they've turned this
We've
round
only
on
have
its
a
head.
stinger on
Hold
each.
up.
Still
Oh,
on the way.
oh,
One pick through the
that's
smoke.
brutal. That was the Tejo ult as well.
14 to plant. Got to get into position.
10 seconds
Multiple flashes coming through. No real help can be given just yet as they are seeing him coming away from the spawn area. If the
Oh
trade
my
turns on,
God.
there's the 2.
I'm
Trent's going to get the 1,
Nice
2,
try
almost
by
collat
Xander,
on
and
that.
it's back to 11-11.
And a defuse comes through
Holy
as well
shit.
as G2.
They're gonna have ult
tie
advantage
up
here though, 100
split.
Thieves.
Valen has been a nuisance to 100 Thieves on how he's anchoring towards this B
What
site.
do they have? They have Tejo
In the
ult.
mid-round,
They have
the
tail
plan was
res,
to try to
they're
get
1
that
off
pushback
breach ult,
onto
I
Lee,
think,
so you can
and like
try to
1
get
or
that
2 off
res
raise ult.
from Austin on top of heaven, and once again play the 5v5.
They have the Cosmic.
Valen all the way towards the back, in the back of the billboard. Probably
Ooh,
just
that's
spots the top of
nice.
the
He didn't
ponytail
line him up.
of Cryo to get the pick. And unfortunately, the res doesn't allow for him to put or the res is
Skill
already down
scanning so
because
fast that-
KRU just got picked off.
Yeah, one off breach hold, two off razor.
Scoreboard. But you need now your star player, Asuna, your duelist, to
But if they lose this
get
one, their
value
eco
out
isn't
of the entries that
amazing
you're
for the
trying
last
to do.
round.
So even as a team, they need to add more util to support Asuna in these moments.
Really do. The gun rounds going in the way of G2. Some of the thrifties going in the way of G2. So they need to get everything here on the side of 100 Thieves. No more
So,
letting
you know,
any
Teo,
go.
Uzi is gonna
Sage
free
How
raise
many
Razor.
did that suppress there into
Oh,
a
look at Leaf.
drone out from EU? Sorry, out from Trent.
Right.
Whoop,
This
wall
is a
in your
fake
face.
hit. They're not gonna end
Fault
it.
line delay hits all
No,
of them
but I'm also
again.
surprised that they're not taking
The-
ultra.
The amount of
Oh, no.
three
Was-
stacks
wasn't the whole
received
point
of
from
this-
Legends
hold up,
and
hold
Jonah
up.
P is incredible.
TMV's absolutely.
Look at the
What is
infinity
Xander doing
coming
across the map
after
then? If
from
they're gonna, they
How-
walled themselves
how
on
is
the
he
road.
watching
Maybe
this?
to try to fight
EU
towards
is
that spot.
hard
That might be
watching
the
this.
first opening they'll
But
get.
even still, they're
That's
playing
fucking
4v5.
crazy.
Where's
But a
Xander?
big fight is happening now towards main at first.
my
and it
God.
looks
Not
like
watching
EU
anymore.
just turned away.
Leaf is gonna wait
Dude.
for like action
Just
from
on
the
other
rest
side
of the
wall
team.
from each other here. Xander still
Oh,
at
they're
B,
doing that
trying
thing
to
where
get
Xander
info on that
rewraps
side
and the
of
wall drops
site,
in a
and you
rope.
have Leaf all the way lurked
this
up
timing on the
already.
flank
It
is
looks like
so
G2 is
important.
ready to just pincer down on this play the
The
moment
B
100
wall
Thieves pull the
drops.
trigger.
Are they going B?
All right.
No.
No.
They're
Armageddon
trying to
is
plant for
obviously
heaven, and then
gonna push
Xander gets a
Jogamo. What's his
really late
safety?
lurk
Where's the
back
play
in and
gonna
plays
go here?
insurance. But Leaf's
Just
flank
makes it out.
activates.
Almost a quick
Everything
shot
falls
to,
apart
G2 are dropping
because they know
100
that no
Thieves
one's
left
near
and right.
mid,
They knew exactly
and it's
where
over.
to shoot and exactly where to
Yeah.
look. It's been
They've ran
round
this strat
after
before.
round. They
Leaf
have
was
this positioning.
exceptionally patient back here. I
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, he-
100 Thieves saving.
Yeah.
He knows that they
This
have to watch
last
flank, and there's
handle
nothing
on
else they're going to be
10
doing
seconds left.
until the
Yeah.
ball drops.
That's all he
And then
has.
as
He
soon
just
as the
got
wall drops, he
spotted,
goes up
I
the
think, by
rope.
Fallon,
That was so sick.
Closing that gap.
The,
The weapon's not
um,
even saved. G2 is now a
fucking-
map and series point looking to eliminate 100
Now they
Thieves.
still have breach
Yeah.
razor,
That
but
weapon was so
The
needed for Xander and
Jongmo
for the rest of the
composure
Thieves
in
'cause
that
the
spot as
buy is
well
gonna
was
be
remarkable.
abysmal.
He's getting Taeho ulted and
They who
salvos,
fought
and he just
so
kind of
well
like
at the beginning of the second
slowly
map, though,
walks forward, making sure that he
has let their attack side slip.
doesn't die but doesn't run.
And G2
They're in form.
I have
Yeah,
10
that's
channel
the
points on
100
100 Thieves
home.
winning.
They ran that exact
Well, good luck,
route.
soldier.
Easy stuff. The elimination match almost
G2
coming
just
to a
watched
close
it.
unless
This fucking-
100 Thieves has another round in them to bring us to the overtime play. Again, they start at B. This time they flipped it, and it's going to be Xander lurking towards the A side of the map. Fault lines coming through, just initial utility here being
You do
used.
not want
so
to get hit
early
by
makes
that
me
drone.
think it's going to be another
give him
30-second,
a raise,
40-second
you
hit
don't.
here, Vans, on the round. So expect it to be the walkabout towards A before we get another hit.
It seems to go back now towards the, hey, let's hit A heaven and just wait there.
They're very passive.
And that has been a pain point. 100
Don't
Thieves
wanna get hit
never
by this
able
ult.
to come outside of A heaven
Wow,
to
they're going
flood
so
into the
far
site.
back on the heavens.
This might
Yeah,
be the
they
Hail
really
Mary
don't
to
wanna
just
get hit
bring
by, these
Asuna's
two ults.
showstopper into main.
Yeah.
Smoke at the
Dude,
right
they're in the
spots, get
spawn.
that hit. Especially
all
now
in
that you're able to
spawn.
avoid the drone.
And there goes
Last
one.
potential stand, the last potential push from 100
Showstopper's
Thieves.
also a whiff.
They've avoided the operator.
Oh, and he might
Get
get
away from the
multiple.
entrance,
Showstopper
guys.
is going to start doing
What the
just
fuck are
that.
we
Trent
doing?
wants to
I don't
run
think they
in,
realized he was
and that's
in.
going to be the first
No,
one
I think they
around
thought
here.
he was
The
going screen.
5v4 in favor of 100 Thieves to keep it alive, to keep it going into overtime. Jogmo is going to push
we
himself
go.
into 3 here.
This is a
And they are
fucking
all deadly ready
Jogmo
for this
round.
situation. But is it ready for Jogmo?
Nice flash.
They muzzle
Asuna-
him for a
Asuna
moment.
lives
but is it
for those
long
kind of
enough? The rest
moments.
of the team
Give me
continues
a
to come
flash and let
through
me
from
wide
G2.
swing with a stinger.
Valen limping in with the rest of the squad here. A great setup by
They know
100
about
Thieves,
Lee.
all pushed
They
up to the
do.
front side of
But
the
they
Oh
can't
my
do it.
fuck
Two.
God.
A third, no. Asuna
Asuna's
with the
doing what
shorty
he
is gonna be
can.
able to
Oh!
Cryo! This is Cryo ends the round.
Cryo.
And ladies and gentlemen,
On an off
we have
angle with the
overtime.
Guardian. We're into OT. Holy
We're
shit.
into
You need
OT.
Cryo and Asuna.
We're into
Asuna
OT,
can
but 100
also
Thieves
step
on
up
both
as
pistols
the
and
duelist
both
does
bonuses.
so in round number 24.
Yeah.
Opens it
Yo,
up.
wait, that's disgusting. Six
They
round
won.
advantage.
They won. Yeah, they won 4-12 of the other rounds. Because they won both of the ecos after as well.
A crazy example of what happens when G2 don't force.
But the bonuses is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, who can make it work? I mean, I say that. You never know.
Actually, bonuses with Sage feel like really strong.
No ops out for
Why?
Jongmo on the attack side.
No.
You get like a lot of
Vandals,
immediate
full
coverage
shields
on like
across the board.
firefights that would be
Phantoms as
bad,
well.
like on B and on or like exits that would be too fast for your guns to be able to hold.
A different pace
as well,
from 100
on, like,
Thieves.
B main and
Asuna
mid.
inserted now at the bottom. Some place that EU was
Like you have so
holding
much
in the
free
very
info.
beginning
You
when they were
can, anyone
playing
that
their
does have the
bonus
strong
round.
rifle
Oh, he's gonna
gets
get
positioned
spotted.
in a better place.
Oh, he's dead, surely.
Oh,
Getting walled.
Nope.
Oh.
How?
He barely even takes
The
a
box
shred of
is his
damage.
friend. He actually gets out very
And
minimal
he
damage.
just
a lot.
3 hops away.
He moves a lot.
And he goes again. Asuna. He's playing with
Guy's
fire
dodging a
out
flash
here.
you
He's
can't even
also
see.
in a dangerous spot to rotate out of that side event. You
Oh,
need
no.
assistance. Oh, you need blast
Ooh,
packs. All right, I stand
nice.
corrected. My man
And
just
he's
had
back
to
again.
Wall A.
play in the
He's
first lead
completely
out, and
different.
He wants to peek again.
God, they're
how
using
much
every
damage
piece
is
of
back
utility
again?
for it.
That's been amazing for the team if they can get this in their favor a little bit more with the first frag.
He still
There
gets
it is.
one.
He got one. He got
Heard the
one.
TP cross over towards the back of the site though, so Jongmo cannot commit into the
fish you
TP.
cannot
portion.
catch.
He was sending
The
it.
fight is be heaven.
Oh my God,
Oh, Joe whiffs.
Iffy as fuck from
Oh my
Jongmo.
gosh.
Dude, no way.
100 Thieves
We're gonna lose an
brought
OT
around. We have
split.
yet to see on split where they all get
Wow.
aggressive.
A lot of things went wrong
I'm
there
setting
for,
up.
Masterclass one
for
from them,
G2.
very much needed.
If anything for Asuna.
Come on.
To be able to avoid
Oh,
all
I gotta
that
face the
utility
fucking
and
sun
double
again with this
sprays,
good
focusing
dog shit
all
team.
of
TMV end your
G2's
stream, please. Holy
resources
shit.
Just to try to flood Asuna out. Did not give a chance here for G2 to have more
This is
util to
fucked,
fight back
man.
towards B heaven. And once they did, they tried to find a timing for Jongmo pushing towards
Oh,
me.
they're taking attack.
Oh, pausa.
The pause.
It's better than Mola, I'll tell you that much.
Mola. You know, like almost all of the foreign language things that run during these pauses are not how they say timeout in that language. They're just
Really?
like, yeah, they're just like literal translations. It's not how they would actually say timeout.
Damn, is it even right in English?
Pretty sure it's right in English.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
You can check that one yourself, I think.
Ain't my first language.
It is right in Vietnamese, at least, says Yui. They don't do Finnish, do they, in EMEA?
They used to run Tiempo Muerte or something.
Yeah, but that means Day of the Dead, no?
Maybe with my bad pronunciation, it does.
Yeah, I think that's close, actually.
For a hit, it looks like a hit. Oh, they
Ooh,
get hit
Trent's in
back. That's going to be
front.
Trent actually
What?
dislodged from the team as he
Oh, I mean,
takes
they've
him
lost.
down.
What
They've
is
lost.
that? What is this called?
They were not on the same W timing as the fault line had to come
I
out from Jonah
think
P first.
They just wanted to fight it together, and then Trent decided to stand forwards. I don't know.
Can't turn
Holy
it.
shit.
He's not there to help as well as Jogmo's just behind
Yeah.
the smoke that put.
It's not over yet. There's 3 alive. What are
Thieves
you
to
guys
make
talking
this
about, man?
play that much more successful. The 5v3
Leave
instantly
Val
on
and
could
Jog.
be the round that pushes up to map 3.
I don't
That was
remember
a crazy
100
play.
Thieves Pearl.
If that was what was
Why don't
called
I
here from
remember
Josh
it?
RT on the
What
timeout,
the fuck did they even play?
you were just hoping
Have
here
they
that Trent would
even
get
played
1
it?
or 2 with that double initiator hold.
Stats.
But all of 100 Thieves read it correctly as well.
Stage
they countered
1?
util at the same time and just punished the players
They
one
played
by
it
one.
once.
Now there's no more
They
stalls
lost to
coming out
Sen
from G2.
in
This should
kickoff.
allow 100 Thieves to easily
What?
enter towards the B
Oh,
site
they lost to Sun in week 1.
and even close this second map.
Yeah, in week 1.
13-5. They were
Slows
trying to
Running
play-
double
back to the
duelist
site.
neon
Tactical
Yoru.
kick,
I mean, they're not
smokes
really
are up,
running that.
and yeah,
again.
Oh,
They're
it's
not running that.
Expect to take a little
They
bit
might.
of spam in, but it's how they reposition for the end of this. Do they sit G2 down
Maybe
and
they just
take
weren't
us
used
to
to
Pearl
Tejo
with
yet.
this
Did they run
round?
Tejo at all in these matches?
Leaf and Valen are going to be attacking
No,
from
they
the top
didn't have-
side.
they had
It's
zero
just
Tejo.
Jogmo to try and get in from the bottom. No
Oh, never
util
mind, they're
for
not
them
split.
really to use on this take. Asuna starts him off right. Xander with another one. And
Holy
that's
shit.
the round.
A very
100
decisive
Thieves.
rounds, actually, from 100 Thieves in OT. Like, they diffed them in overtime.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was a good map, though. I liked that from 100 Thieves. That was good.
Yes, let's go. Valorant enjoyers. CMV, did you like the
Yeah.
map?
Oh, Valorant enjoyer.
CMV?
I enjoyed that map. My eyes probably didn't fully love it because that means we
I
have to go
think-
to a third map. And I am worried that this third map, if this map is 13-6, I'm gonna call it a generational waste of time. But it was somewhat enjoyable. But also, I do feel a bit fraudulent winning both pistols and both bonuses.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean there. Holy fuck, though,
And
we
that
got the
Boostio,
Boostio
yeah, and the
highlight.
Boostio 3K, yeah.
I think this was a bit worse than usual performance from G2.
I mean, compared to the split yesterday, it was like fucking night and day.
Yeah. But I think against Sentinels, they just had an incredible read as to when Sen were going to be trying to like get active in post plans.
Wait,
And Sen
don't
also
you think
played
it's strange
so passive
though?
in defense.
Don't you think it's
So
strange that
passive on defense.
on, like, it looked like on 100 Thieves map pick today and Sen's map pick yesterday, they have an incredible read of what's going to happen. But then on the
Yeah.
map that they pick, they don't.
Dude,
No.
it's just the
Yeah.
second map in general. I feel like they use all their energy in the first one and then are like fucking so separated from
But-
Jog on every execute. Jog like immediately dies the first 5 rounds. He just
You've
shuts
al-
up.
You've also
Like,
got to remember, Sentinels had not played Icebox.
Yeah, that one's somewhat
So you
excusable,
can't
yeah.
you can't
can't
anti
prep
that.
for it. Yeah.
They definitely could have had more awareness, I think, of 100 Thieves tempo on split. But I think they played pretty nicely here. I think they played like a good version of their split 100 Thieves.
I think G2 played
It's in
like
the
shit
West.
most of the start of these rounds. Jog just literally died on so many gun rounds
Joe got a
teleporting
rough
in.
one. He really did.
Where's this though? Hmm. I'm actually gonna go on a bit of a rogue shout here. Unlucky.
Didn't Sen play Icebox against KRU? What was Josh talking ABT?
He was talking about that comp. I don't think they'd played that comp before. So there was no way they could have known what Sam were gonna do with the comp. But then again, it is Icebox. Solo type. Let's go Moltres. I just saw it there. What's fire? Okay. Oh. What's it fucking called? Growlithe. Oh. Fire type. Ponyta? Brother. Magmar? How many fire types are there? Okay, it's Magmar. The card. Is that Is that a victory bell? Or a weeping bell? It's purple though. But you see what I mean? Can you see it? And this is that. That's that. I don't know. Fuck, what the fuck is that? Is it, oh, is it fucking wheezing? Yeah. Once you see the smoke, you can get it. Has been seen pounding boulders with the bone it carries in. Cubone? Marowak? Silhouette. Voltorb? That's funny.
Like we talked about it heading into the series, Sander having a
Okay, I'm gonna go
game,
brush my teeth.
in the previous one. This one might have been Boostio's. He was popping off in the server and outside of the server.
I'm so glad as well that Mimi kind of mentioned that that aspect of Zix and
Look at this round.
Yeah, bring it together. We saw this moment as well, this highlight and this pop off from Boosty. But genuinely, I know firsthand as well, before their games, I see Boostio and Zix, they're talking between each other about their game plans, going over it between them, and it was a core reason as to why they were able to take this map of Split.
I mean, you think about it too, right? 100 Thieves won the first 4 rounds of this half, then lost 6 in a row. Without him coming up clutch with that spray transfer 3K, without him, good flash finishing off that last round, we're not tied up going to the end of the half, and we're certainly not going to OT at the end of it. Those 2 rounds from Boostio were key in this game.
I think 100 Thieves fans are very difficult to please at the best of times as well. They can be a bit of stats Andes where they just only look at the numbers, clamoring for players' heads to be removed. But the intangibles that Boostio brings in these moments as well has bought them a lifeline to take it to map number 3.
Yeah, they're just so critical because it comes from a place of love.
Of course,
and support,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure.
Let's talk about Pearl though. Heading into this last map, who is going to have the upper hand? Because quite frankly, we haven't seen 100 Thieves for a long time, whereas G2 did just played in week 5, I believe.
Yeah, we haven't
Cloud9.
seen 100 Thieves play it since week 1. And
Yeah.
they were playing the T1 comp, right? They were playing the Neon Yoru coming in things, which is going to leave a sour taste in G2's mouth because this Pearl map is kind of their kryptonite, right? It was game 5 where they couldn't catch a single break in Bangkok versus T1, end up losing that. Here in Americas, they lost to MIBR in overtime as well. This is, well, G2 are still the favorites, a nervous battleground for a G2 fan to be heading into.
Yeah, I would hard agree with that as well. It's all on the line here. It's lower bracket, it's elimination, your chance to book a ticket to Toronto. It doesn't even begin with this match, it's the next match, but you might not even get that chance.
It's a crazy timeline we're
Whose
living in.
choice
100
was
Thieves
it to
keeping
pick between
themselves
Icebox or
alive
Pearl?
here in this series, showing a lot of tenacity, but can they bring it in Pearl as well? Pearl coming up next. The winner will fight the last Masters Toronto
It was
spot on Monday.
100
Don't wanna miss
Thieves.
it.
100 Thieves got the pick between going to Icebox or Pearl, and they chose Pearl. They're still playing the Neon Yoru. Haven't played it in 4 weeks or whatever, 5 weeks. I'm more confident in G2 winning now that I've seen they're playing the same comp.
You work so hard to not get fucking copyrighted. And then they why do they play that? Why do they go to a break? No one else goes to a break.
They need here in order to...
Fuck's sake.
The teams placing fourth and lower were the ones 100 Thieves have found success against. And here, I wouldn't say they're even reaching too much. They are finding their groove that makes it allowable for them
G2
to be able to beat these higher teams
on
and
attack.
break through the ceiling that they have.
They go for the Jongmo, Light Shield, Ghost.
Catapult through it here against G2 on Pearl is
Put some pressure towards A.
what they want.
Busio going for the classic. Not the weapon, but the classic just turret and sheriff. Trying to play the long range. Trying to find
Turret,
the
Sheriff,
information
Killjoy,
first as well.
defense side, trolling.
And using a distance to his advantage so he can escape scot-free, but walks into the smoke!
Oh, gets a haunt right in his face.
I love when my defensive Killjoy goes Sheriff.
Trent gets traded out as a quick
IGL.
Well, I don't mind it, to be honest, because their whole game plan was around Boostio holding B long on his own and stacking towards
Can't
A.
get a clean shot off Benasito.
I think it works for their pistol strat.
Good news, 400 Thieves, Trent is down. No salvos for the post plan, but they are doubling
And
up
if
for
they do a
G2
B
in the
split,
back of the
what?
B
We just
site.
insta forfeit?
Jonah P also separate
We
because
play
he's
retake.
expecting some sort of flank because they've lost that vice wall.
Okay, nice C's into that damage as
Have you
well.
ever seen a
Jongmo
team
had
run
no
a B
chance
split
with the
on a
utility use
pistol?
getting back
I
in.
don't think I have.
And now they swing.
Fortune
Dawson
favors the
only
bold.
4 HP. This is going to be tough. A nice job by G2 to sort themselves out.
That's my motto.
And be able to really figure out how the crossfire is going to work with
No,
100 Thieves
I said bold,
retaking the
not
site.
bold.
It doesn't happen, and G2 get another pistol.
Now trying to
Anyway,
play
you
the
won't be
mind
fully
games
bold soon.
With G2 against 100 Thieves.
I'm already not fully
Because when you're
bold, but
looking at a lot of
what's
these
fucked
teams
up
playing
is
also, this
how many
map
years ago was it that I shaved my head properly? I've been bald, I think, for like 5 years.
I don't know you
at this
that
point.
well, bro. You surely can remember that. Ask
I
your
think I've been
wife.
bald for 5 years.
for example. And
I
that
think
might
I
be
shaved
a
it
weak
in
point
Remember
for
your
G2
own
and
life.
exploiting as well against Boostio.
2020.
It's been like 4.5 years, I
On
think.
their end so far from the pistol
And
for the
at the
second round have also
time,
been playing
I wasn't
4-1s
balding at the back of my
giving
head.
still a lot of
You know
that
the classic
responsibility
male
for
pattern
Boostio to anchor
baldness
up and
spot at
getting
the back?
information
That
from
was
middle
still
onto B.
fine. I had
So
a
that
receding
players
hairline
also
and it
could
was
start
thinning at the
pivoting
front.
up.
But 4.5
Playing
years ago, it
aggressively.
wasn't balding at the back. Oh, Lord
saw quite a few.
Almighty,
They
am
still
I
want
balding
this.
at the back now? It's
Questioning the salvos
so
here for a
sparse.
moment as 100 Thieves
It's like a
stand ready to
grassland that
take
hasn't
down A.
seen waterfall in a decade. It's like
Making
when the
sure they're
drought
clear on
hit
the back.
California. It's just dead grass up there.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna look
Only to insert here. They have
old
so
and
much time to play
disgusting,
with since everybody
honestly,
approached
for
A at the
Toronto.
beginning of the round.
So where exactly does hair grow on your head
Now
then
they're
now?
going to search all the way back. leaving
Eyebrows,
breadcrumbs as
but
they
thinner
go.
than
One at
they
A,
used to be,
one at
I
mid
think,
now with
after
Leaf.
I
Your
shaved
eyebrows
them
are
down.
thinner
Looks
than
like
you
they'll
used
be
to
able to just string
Yeah,
across
because
the
I
map and
shaved
make
them in
this even harder for
2019,
100 Thieves to get
and
away
they didn't
back
grow
in.
back
So you leverage
the same.
the
Really?
better weapons to move in towards the B side, but Valen, he walks
My
into this top of
mustache,
4
but
players
not in
towards
the
A main.
middle.
That's a Spectre gun. That could be deadly in the hands of somebody like Asuna, who finally now for Valen
That's
decides to pull
honestly,
back instead.
and then it's
Easy
just like
execution
the
towards it for
sides of my
G2.
head and the
Now
back.
for 100 Thieves, do you want to start pushing
That's kind
forward
of
and
it.
really
You got that old
commit
man
into
look.
these fights?
Yeah.
If I was
Yeah.
looking for the sign here from 100 Thieves, you probably have to try to die to Spike. Jongmo's only 2 away from his dimensional drift. You cannot give that away to him. And for G2's sign, if you do want to give the dimensional drift for
Do
Jongmo,
They
you gotta
hunt
switch out here, potentially even
to try
Spectre
to
or
get
Ghost.
Jog's ult
Have
online.
Jongmo go for the hunt.
Probably should.
I think Jog
Like
will
they'll
go,
wait
but he
it
needs a
out.
teammate, right?
Leaf, though.
Well, you just give him the
He
ghost.
should
Well,
have something
Yeah,
to
give him
say
the ghost
about
and
this.
just send him forward, see if he can get
There's
one kill
Jongmo
and
with
a
the
death.
Ghost starting to move forward towards the spawn too, so Leaf is going to find all the information first. And that
Well,
gives a chance
there's
now for
Jog is
Jongmo to
coming.
move forward.
Oh, this is big for Jog. No, he gets the
What?
free peek. Oh, they take
And
him
he's
out right
striking
away.
now
Leaf's
for
going to get
Jog.
3, though,
Joe died.
as they're just going back
Oh.
and forth.
Yo.
Is he going to make it? There he goes.
Okay, so he's one away from
There
his
he
ult. I mean,
goes.
that's workable. The
Had to
ults
pump
are
up the Nikes.
Yeah.
easy to get
Just get
to.
that last few jumps in. Another round for G2. This is going to be that buy-in
They
for
didn't
100
lose a
Thieves,
gun
though. And they start to strike back.
So pretty clean so far. You're still saving those 3 weapons from the
This
previous
is
round. The
Yeah.
Ghost
Valorant.
were the
See,
one
little
going
Goober, thanks for the
hunt.
20
And
months.
then Leaf is able to get 3 kills.
I
and
have the
also
opposite.
die.
My eyebrows
So
grew
now you're looking at
stronger
the
when I
later rounds,
shaved
but
them.
you finally have
Why did you
weaponry
shave
for
your
the side of
eyebrows?
G2 in this bonus round that could potentially still convert on their side, but they'll have Dimensional Drift and Steel Garden. that they could start rotating into round number 4, round number 5. That could render it difficult here for 100 Thieves to hold their defense.
The protection on getting that orb farmed up for Cryo.
Blinding.
And again, 100 Thieves are, I wouldn't say passive on A.
Wait, didn't
Still
100
staying
Thieves have the
back,
choice of
giving
side, and they
G2
picked
quite a bit of space
defense
in these
with
positions.
Yeah, and you've gone into grabbing the
Your
orb
Neil.
too. So now they do have the dimensional drift to work with.
Yeah.
Drone still available. At the minute mark, Trent will probably start clearing down towards the long. Clear some space. Take it with it. It's Jongmo actually with the dimensional drift instead. Trying to split this. Asuna's in a prime spot though in the back of Art.
Oh, they're trying to mess with him. They've already freed up the space in A so far.
Okay, they got the spike down. with
Waiting
the
down to
Euro.
about 40 seconds on the round to activate this one to create a hard rotation for the
These
side
kind
of
of
Thieves. And
retake
Jongmo's back out. They
situations
start to
are a
reset what the
nightmare to
positioning
play
is,
against
and
G2.
Outside of sighted,
Yeah,
already
man,
They
they're
win
crazy.
so
Just
many of
plant
them.
this.
Yeah.
5v5 retakes, I just
Now, all
don't think
5
I would
players still
ever
alive
want
for
to opt
G2.
into
Salvo's
it.
coming up soon.
Where's the util? It's the question.
They have
It's gotta
so
be all
much
bodies
delay.
here, it seems, from 100 Thieves.
Unless
start
they all
building off
just
each other,
die.
and it is seemingly working as
Another
Asuna
note.
tags on
Oh,
the last
I'm
frag.
way
over to
behind
Trent.
you.
And they get that
Way
over to Cryo.
behind
I was about to say,
Teammates,
Josh, you need to
everybody
just
gets
get
their
hired
hands
by
on the
100
pie on
Thieves
that
and
one
keep
as
saying that shit.
100
What the
Thieves get the
fuck?
bonus.
A great fight back. 400
Yeah, we're
Thieves
watching
for
like
sure going
G2
into
fall
fighting
1 by 1.
into the Art.
Man, I'd
The
hate to
bonus
play a
for G2 tonight.
5v5 versus G2.
I'm way behind, man.
It starts off with Lucio, the one trying to find the information.
Oh my god, yay, no way.
Everybody's there for instant
Holy
trades. They're
fuck,
not
prime yay,
overpeaking,
prime yay.
overspinning or turn around the corner. Just have G2 come towards you.
Let's go, Pete.
He's gonna do missiles.
No matter.
Okay,
You're the
can I get a
best, bro.
count?
Yeah, as soon as I get in the count mode. 39,
So they know the
38,
game plan
37,
again. I mean, everybody
6,
knows the game plan of
35,
Trent trying to stay
34,
alive with the salvos. Good
33,
and awesome to punish that right
32.
away.
Joel.
31.
Joel.
Oh my god, that's
They look
Thieves.
a little running into each other, Vans. You don't really see that from G2 too much. Trying to sort themselves out as 100 Thieves come flying
strange
through
one.
and continue
Don't
to
really
grab
know
that
what went on
orb
there.
on the fight. So that's a priority we see now at A.
Denying that orb also doesn't allow for Leaf to start building up his ult.
Did he like this?
So
I don't know.
it's a nice
He died
little
behind the
victory coming
box.
out
Were
from
they
the
just
side of
like?
100
Oh my
Thieves.
god,
Whoa.
just walks away.
Good movement
Cryo's
from
the one
Leaf.
that's one away here to the dimensional drift this time around, and G2 are running right into it.
Bye-bye.
All right, one of our first street plays actually coming out of G2 here as they try to open up the middle of the map.
Just speed up.
Oh man, just on the other side.
Ew.
With
Oh,
the change in
Cryo's gonna
elevation,
hit
catches
that.
Cryo off guard there, and he can't get the crosshair leveled out. Jonah's
good
gonna
damage.
answer back onto Boostio, but not before he can get one. As they give
They have
EU
fade
this
ult
to try and get that Nightfall
with
ultimate up
ripping
a
this one, I
little
think.
bit quicker.
Jonah P, yeah, uses it right away.
Oh,
It
you know
clears out
there's
towards the street, no
nobody dealing.
information, so the rotates towards spawn.
Lack of information is big information.
Get into B-Link. Nice.
Pushing out safety.
Again,
Oh, they're just gonna stay
X-Wings.
and actually keep this
Information.
I mean, right now I feel like you're baiting for Jonah
Whoa,
P. to lead.
What?
The
What?
position from Trent is
What
not
the
playing.
hell?
That's C's.
Instead. Denied once again.
The sidestep from Asuna. EU.
They're
is
bringing
enough
out the
for him as well.
playoff
Leaf
haunts.
Still alive, finds one, back into
He's
the
off,
smoke.
he's off, he's off. Oh, he's off.
Wow.
Oh,
Lee.
that's so
Second
fucking
one.
good. Just knowing that
Leaf
he's never
does
gonna
it
stick when you
again.
kill
The
his
Red Bull
teammate.
clutch for G2.
Oh, he's so fucking good.
Almost at this point, you forget here
Oh,
when Leaf
dear.
is alive, he could also clutch it.
Yeah.
Throughout this story of G2 in the playoffs,
That
it has
Hollow
been
one
spread
too.
Have we
all
ever seen
along.
that or no?
When he
I
falls
have seen
in
that.
the
No, I've
1v1
never seen that
once
before.
again
Someone did it in
against
Pacific,
Asuna, at
definitely.
least
Oh, really?
you have
In
Leaf
playoffs
there.
or before?
I think before. I've definitely seen someone do that.
The
Though. I did not
patience
know
he
it's
had to go
scam
back inside the smoke in.
that much.
Like,
Calling down
fucking
that
street
EU
throw,
right there
yeah.
on the side of 100
Thought it was
Thieves. He
just like
wants
a
to
normal one
eliminate
for
him
the site,
right
but-
now.
Where did it
You're gonna be
catch?
playing a different game soon, brother.
They caught
see if
someone
Leaf
there in lane.
can say something about that.
Yeah,
the
Trent-
blame
Trent-
guy's like half
Pushing out
peeking.
Oh, sorry,
again
Jonah's
towards
the one who
A
got caught by
fans.
it. Yeah.
Orb grabs. This seems to just be a
That's-
focus
He was half
for
peeking
them,
on the
but it
box,
is not
so it catches
Right.
like
getting them the
Okay.
rounds. We'll have
Right
to
above
see if
heaven.
it's something they're building up to a little bit more later. Focusing towards A, they're in such a mix of a rotation here as G2 sets up towards that B site.
Yeah, just running it down.
Cryo beautifully playing the anti-flash, but it's not going to be enough.
And Asuna sprints into Jongmo's gun.
G2 as they push through on
was having 2 rounds of stinkers
with a disrespect.
Asuna didn't even have a chance to activate the bigger guns.
No.
Buy a stinger. Buy a
Really
stinger.
cooled
Stinger
down as soon
kills
as
him.
he moves into the
100%.
site from
Not even a
Jongmo's
question, is it?
entry. That was insane
Stinger
what he
kills him.
just did. It was a perfect read coming out from Cryo. A position to avoid the salvos, almost getting that pick as soon as Jongmo comes out of the TP.
Damn, almost killed him.
Jongmo solo opens up the site. But the ult cycles that we mentioned before are still available for G2, but now it's on 100 Thieves. That's starting to build it up on their side as well. Look at that entry.
Oh, that's tough. Just the jumps, the swing, the sway. Jongmo unleashed.
Unlucky.
With what he's
Cryo
doing
wash.
here.
Don't buy a share. It's one of them where at the start of the round, he's probably thinking, I'm just going to sheriff down B long. But then, like, on your own, you're just not going to do that. Like in a pro game, you're not just going to solo face with a sheriff. I mean, he is you playing yours, so maybe you could. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to, like, oh, I'm just going to go out and die on B long and just let them run in. Like, as soon as a bit of time has passed in the round and maybe that first TP has run out or whatever, then, it's unlikely you're just going to be standing there down B long just hoping and praying. But it's a good start for G2. I mean, that clutch is so crazy. That clutch to go from what would have been 2-2 and an eco for G2 to instead 1-3 and a free round for G2. And money built up. Like, you cannot overstate how big that clutch is. And that's why sometimes when we see in these games, like, oh, G2, they win 13-6. Like, yeah, but like if they lose this clutch, very different game. Is this my internet?
Around corners here.
I gotta count my stream just now.
Now to
0,
Thieves,
39,
38,
37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32,
okay,
31.
Austin already being pushed away, but I love this change of tempo for
Although we're gonna let it change on its own. It will change back, I'm sure, to 10-8. But for now, we're going lower.
G2 is able to take middle, and once they enter the sites, okay, well, this drone is going to change the pacing now. Xander's in a tough spot.
Steel Garden.
Hits 3.
Oh,
Guaranteed
connection
connection
onto really
Xander.
fast, but you still have Asuna present, trying to get the fight and trying to be the forefront of this hit. As Armageddon goes
pure
right
spam
across the
onto Xander.
feet of 100 Thieves. So does Leaf and Jongmo. And this could be EU trying to get back into the site now.
They should have
it's a
only
3v4,
Jorg
but it's an
hard
operator
holding
for
that
Cryo,
smoke.
so they have to be very careful about the fights they're choosing. They've stopped G2 for now.
They don't know that he's posted up behind the shed, though, at a default spot.
No, they
so
don't.
Still has the whole angle, well, now with the Yoru clone coming out. The Leaf switches out here to the Phantom. Beautiful shot onto Leaf.
Inside the salvo as well, getting
they're
the
actually
dimensional
gonna lose
drift
this
here,
round.
and they
That's
start to source
Yeah,
the
well,
rest
they
of
also
the
played
players
it pretty fucking
right on
badly.
me.
Like,
Just shoot through me is basically the
5v3.
call right now for Cryo as he figures it out.
Oh, nice by Anderson.
Oh my god, they look
Major
lost.
That was...
situation for Boostio.
I don't even really understand what they were doing there. I don't know why Jorg was holding the smoke alone so heavily, and I don't know where Leaf was going.
Through me is basically the call right now for Cryo as he figures it out. Oh, he also major look situation for
Okay, we're
Boostio.
going
And 100
way
Thieves
into the future. Holy shit, my internet can't hold it. Never mind.
Very pivotal round.
Another failed attempt for G2 towards the A site, but
We're going back to auto. Take me down. Take me down to the Paradise City.
it looked pretty good at the very
480.
beginning, but it's all up to EU. Throwing a knife for the cancel the push. Finds the time to swing out and get the opening kill onto Jongmo, who's been a nuisance to the entries. 400 Thieves to hold. And it delays well enough here.
We're going to try and base it off what they
Cryo to
say.
step up to the plate and support 100 Thieves on the defensive ground. Now all 5 of them grouped up for G2. Out towards the B
About
main,
here,
where
I
Cryo's
guess.
currently waiting with the off.
There it is. This push-up you talked about from the other round coming out of that timeout that Zix had, they are taking more space, which is
Oh, he
also
gets one
denying
and
that
gets
quickly
out.
to G2. All right.
Oh my god, they're pushing.
Jongmo's got space. They don't know where he's actually gotten.
Did they not sell
Dimensional
those?
drift could be a little bit sketchy, and he still
Oh
wants to
my
push.
God.
Playing just on the doorstep of this Cosmic
Leaf's not
Divide.
winning this, though, sure.
Sees one who expects
bought
the
enough time now for
Jongmo
the
right
ult
up
to
in
go
your
down.
face.
Kills
No
him
one.
and TP's out too.
Oh.
Nullifies the ult. But here comes a defensive Cosmic Divide.
This is funny.
Judge laying down the verdict. Asuna comes through strong. The operator's there. Cryo in a very tough spot to make this work. And it is going to be one shot for him.
I think my
Goes
mom's
for the
behind.
close Judge, but I think he's got a rifle now after the situation is sorted. Leap one, leap two. Oh, skips the reset.
Okay, that was probably a
coming up with a
30
huge frag
seconds
to bring
behind.
100 Thieves to 3.
Another scenario of a 1v2 for Leaf, but this time around a better protocol for 100 Thieves. It wasn't a smoke to dance around, it was a wall to drop. And Xander's able to fight that. He had a Bulldog to fight against Leaf and wins it in the end.
Jeez, it threw the flash too.
Let's go, let's win. Staying loud for the team is Asuna.
Yep.
Rolling with the Judge, this time with the Phantom. Ox still available for Cryo. And once again, G2 with
get
the stinger
to the
fight.
next
So they
round.
forced the
Start
last
next
round. They go to
round,
half
we'll
buy
go
this round. And they want to fight into main, not allowing Asuna to get forward control of the A orb at the very beginning. Or anyone from 100 Thieves, as a matter of fact.
Take me back to fucking.
Oh.
The
Will he respond to that?
Leaf sits Asuna down in the lawn chair. They said, here's
Any
here's
response?
a drink.
No.
Have this for the round. And they move through art. This is the kind of stuff 100 Thieves cannot have happen.
Trade?
And they start to trade
G2
back,
commit
knowing that
really
it's
hard
getting a
into the
little
site take
dire
off
here
picks. I
as
swear they
fast as
slow it
just
down and then
lost
work the
Asuna.
map a
Great
bit, no?
trades, great backup, nice play behind the site, and it's
win.
going to be
Wow.
enough for 100 Thieves. Cryo and EU
I mean,
and the
they
double
did slow
team
one
there.
of these previous A-split rounds down. And that was the round that Jongmo and Leaf just kind of like wandered in and they lost the 5v3.
Yeah.
100 Thieves.
100
Thieves
Thieves
thought
are
Cryo
back
and
in this.
EU and the double team there, just taking out G2.
Cryo's off is doing work.
They did add a little bit more
Oh, it will not have it. I can't speed up.
pressure into the site. They have information of where Cryo
Right,
and
we're just
EU are
gonna mute
currently
them, I think.
posted. The one bidding towards the front, Cryo to fight first, EU staying behind flower pots or also dugout. It's been similar positions, hit after hit for G2 against 100 Thieves towards this A site. So you're slowly
Losable.
learning as you move it across.
Losable
but
this
will
game
this
now?
be enough? Because yes, you
I
may
just
know
did
the
refresh.
positioning, but the shooting is still so much better on the side of Cryo and EU.
Give us
on this
lower?
A-site defense.
Mr. Cryo getting loud there. Coming out with the operator, he is getting
We can either be in the
fired up
past or
right
lower.
now.
At least not almost fainting this time around.
Yeah.
Who knows? It might
Good.
drop
He's
soon.
just making
Time
G2
is it?
faint
Oh,
with
it's
these shots
3.
from the operator right now. Asuna as well, now taking the position of Cryo to get the push up. Still safety in the Neon to get out of this situation. So they're not playing it too risky still.
But with the Neon that they spot, they should think that the op from Cryo is currently
God,
posted
imagine
on the
if
A
G2
side,
don't
who
go.
now just TPs to group up towards B.
Like, it's
This
an
is
actual
still pretty good
possibility.
for G2.
They
They're
won pistol,
just
don't
finding
forget.
early info and now trying to pivot into middle and the
They
mid
won
round.
pistol and
Playing off the
a clutch.
dismiss. Throws down the channel. Asuna, oh,
Why are you solifying that, man?
dip, ducks, and dives himself to a
him
headshot
run
on
all the way
Leaf.
to you.
The activation from Street now comes through, and who's going to own the
Because now
road on
this is
this
just
one?
impossible.
It looks
You're
like
not doing
100
that.
Thieves deny it for now. I don't even know if G2 wanted that all
playing
together.
against
Maybe
double
the kill
duelists,
would've
don't forget.
allowed them through.
Or maybe
but
100
they
Thieves
had
picked
a second
defense, so
thought
who
in mind
knows?
already.
And G2 is not necessarily playing the stop and go or stop and let them come towards us. They're all just splitting around and making some noise. But not really looking towards their backs, so in my eyes, it looks like they're committed towards an A-site hit.
Boostio in a tricky spot here. Finds one. Maybe a second, the flash comes through, and it's just going to be too much for him. And
Trent ends in the
Xander
round.
falls just short on that swing with Boostio.
You have a teammate.
Movement by
They
G2,
done
they get
shit.
another round where they
Oh.
silently move
Oh my
into
God,
a
he gets
site,
away.
but they have to push forward, not knowing what else is on the
Which
other
way?
side. Cryo, we get some more
No!
quick scopes / no scopes out of this game.
3 whiffs.
And now he sees what he has to do, giving Asuna the idea of how to do it as well. And that's one. Trent in the clutch situation. Armageddon's there, so he can just spark it off, cause the run. The peak comes through. Oh my God! Cryo hits the shot. The little duck to get under the shot of Trent as well. Couldn't have been more picture perfect. Cryo gets the defuse.
Cryo is back. Trent played it perfectly.
Oh.
And it might be a story that repeats for G2 again. In map number 3, when Trent is in those clutch moments, just missed a few.
Oh my God! The up wide
It's
swing,
quite
little
funny
pause, little
listening
crouch.
to them
Yeah,
both,
they're
isn't
feeling it now. And it's exactly what 100 Thieves needs to do to shut down G2.
And Trent played the off angle as well, forcing Cryo right into his crosshair. Headshot level. And just a little bit too late. On the tracking, on the tracing against his opponents.
Okay, let's just go from
And
here.
he dodges the Armageddon.
Can I get a time check?
By the way, can we talk about how Matt just wide swung? Matt knew he would whip, by the way. Matt just wide swung so wide, like a pop and swing with an up.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, why is it so warm in my room? Oh, because my computer's been on for fucking ages. Get that fucking breeze in there. Donut wall? Oh, from them. Time check, anyone? Anyone? I'm fucking deafened.
Use the Astra fucking gravity to stop his flow.
Yeah, that's nice for Leaf. Like, you're dead, but
Can I get a time check?
Yeah, 38, 37,
what?
16, 15.
I told you
Fucking hell.
4G would make Masters
13,
and G2 would end.
12,
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good.
11. All right, gotta make sure everyone's awake, you know?
4 rounds lost in a row. They were 4-1 up.
They won a pistol in the second round, and then they won a 1v3, was it? Or 1v2?
Yeah, it was a clutch.
And then they won against
they've
Nico.
They've lost some very winnable rounds, though, as well.
Yeah.
Back
I've lost my mojo.
Towards A, but not that
It's not that I think G2's Pearl is as good as it used to be. Like, I think it has gotten a bit worse since they changed the composition.
Oh my
but
gosh. Trading
I
prowlers,
did not
but
expect 100
staged
Thieves to
just
have a
yet,
good
man.
Pearl today.
TP already comes out now for Cryo to meet up with the rest of the team towards
Oh,
the east side.
the gun barrel.
Heard here.
Oh, the
Astra.
Astra.
Stunned.
Oh, they're getting cooked. They are going for defensive reclears on the extremity.
Yeah, they're just not. It seems like they're just not ready for it at all.
And EU tries to take
Although,
that fight. He's been
I
playing
think-
so far back in
I think
spawn. That's the
G2
first time we've seen him go under that.
Get a lot of
Valen was able
aura
to drop that
value,
smoke just
where
before he
teams
falls.
will
Allows
not
G2
play
to
aggressive
sneak
against
through.
them because they're scared.
Now
And
Forcing
then you get
rotates once
like
again, and
this
Cryo
kind of
solo
stuff,
towards the east side with the up, and I
where
love the
teams are just down to
repositioning, going back
fucking
towards main.
send it
Control
against
this
them,
area.
and
So you kind of will just keep them pinned towards the
it gets results.
Is to try to fake here.
I think there's also just been so much tape as to how they do this stuff over and over again that teams are seeing gaps.
Yeah.
Like
But
Cryo
they've-
was found. So look at this. Cryo again is in a spot to where his Optus gets so much value. This is the 5th round in a row where he's getting a pick and getting the live.
Well, G2 normally only send one person through A main or B
there on the
main.
crossfire. But G2's ready to find their target.
I mean, this guy started in B main, got all the info.
Oh
and now
my
he's found
God.
A stairs.
Makes it a
Oh,
1v2
that's
for
won them the round,
Boostio
though.
here. On the
Wow.
rotation, and Leaf again
Damn.
pushed forward, and they
Not quite as
stopped
aware
the
as Cryo
bleeding.
was, but
Pick up another round on the side of G2.
And
That
look
was
at the
an
map
eco, right,
manipulation
almost?
from G2. How did they win
Pretty
that
much.
round?
It was a
All of
50.
100 Days dying
Yeah.
back towards the spawn with the exception of
It was a
Cryo.
half by.
That fake that was thrown by Leaf towards that B
And
side.
now
is
100
so
Thieves are on an
good
eco as
enough.
well. Wow.
Strategic difference though
And
from
for
G2.
Yeah,
to
just
stay
so-
alert, to jiggle
It's
back
just
into main,
they
expecting
won
somebody to
the
push up and
fights,
gain that
which
space and control that
inevitably they're
space
going to
towards
win
main.
some of them because
Was a heads-up play on the
they're
side of
great
G2
players.
at a man disadvantage.
I think it's a
I've
great
had
point
knocked
you
them
made.
down on
EU,
an
what the
eco.
fuck is EU doing?
On B, but still being able to get to A to help
Horse
the
buying
pacing, the
a
timing.
glass
G2
cannon
know
Vandal.
within these rounds. So
Asuna
everybody can
cannot
help.
ult
Crazy
the
to
next
see him
round,
get
so like
cross-map
what
and
is
then
the
get
game
two to
plan in
end
the
the
next
round.
round?
And with that
Just
drifty, now 100
take
Days'
the L?
economy is broken. Hero rifle in the
Boostio
hand.
uses a
EU
Bucky.
Yeah.
far away
Stinger
from
or
the fight
Bucky,
as
yeah.
G2 is executing towards B. It's an open site for them to plant and
They
take.
scream on through here.
Listen, he was about to get a
Already
6K,
held
and then you guys are going to
back
be looking real
on
stupid.
that back alley elbow area.
I mean, I might even just say
This
just
is going to
save.
be a tough retake here. Maybe a few shots can go through, but G2 look to clean this up and bring it to
Don't want
6-5.
to
You might as well
Throw a fade
you might as
on
well
it.
give it a shot
Waiting the whole time
'cause
and finally activates for the
you've got
flank
like you
behind
can
the
pass the
side.
rifle around a bit as well. You don't have to.
They're actually
You don't
going
Yeah,
have
to
to
bro.
do bodies.
Shoot,
G2
shoot,
are now
pass, right? That's what you do.
encroaching fully into the spawn side of 100 Thieves to end this round. Leaf with the first one, and now the dominoes
Well,
start to
there's
fall
the
here
U,
as G2
and there
lead
goes his
up.
rifle.
They swarm 100 Thieves.
All right.
and
What was
6-5.
that
Committed
vibe?
into the cosmic divide
I
to
mean,
flood
I
back
assume
the site
Boostio's going to take the
for
L
100
here,
Thieves.
not EU.
You won't have it for the retake this time around, but at least it's not too bad. I like that they commit that into their lower buy, because in even gun scenarios, it has been 100 Thieves not needing,
You haven't made it. What is he doing?
not needing big util to flood back and fight.
Okay, 6-5.
Now
No,
off
it's
for off.
EU. EU's taking
They've
the L.
identified
And
that for the
Boostio
side
brought
of
down too far
Austin
as well.
when he
He's only
picked
got a
off.
Guardian. They've got Guardian Stinger
Just
on
on the
this
attempt
round.
on a retake before. And Cryo still has his.
Yeah, but they almost won the
Is
last
attack
round, right?
Hopping?
Ooh.
Recall swing.
Oh, recall.
Yeah, you
Get
think.
posted.
I was waiting for it there. And nobody really wants to be the one to give up the first blood at this point to end the first half. I mean, EU already has a low buy on this, so he'll be the one to at least jump.
I mean, I fuck
see
with
what
this,
he can
but
be
I
as
also
a
think
human
that they're
sentry
going to do, if they do re-clear A, it's going to be with a Neon
now
running
at
into your
110
face,
left, there's
and
a
good luck
second
hitting the
TP
op
coming
shot
out from
at
the
close
Yoru.
range against
So
that.
posted up towards Art.
As it
G2,
happens,
they
though, they're not
definitely
going for
want
that.
to make some noise here and start activating Leaf so he can slowly inch up with this off towards the A sign. You already see him move just a bit. Now being powdered out and cleared. Leaf wants to let himself get hit by that
Is
too.
that the reveal
that
of
should
the
be a
op there?
tell for 100 Thieves
That they
that
think
it
the
is
Leaf
still
is
the
the
op
worst
close up
player
on
in
that side, especially now
NA.
with this flash.
So much util being used for the ground that really no one's actually holding
dodged
just
the
yet.
whole thing.
Asuna is on the side though. The relay bolt hits him. Really
Asuna
nice
is doing a
utility
great
used
job
to
on this
escape
map,
on
though,
this one,
just
and
like-
Cryo just misses.
Wow.
Is that a
Leaf
pre-fire?
activates.
Wow.
Fucking
He is down in
encyclopedia,
A-site.
thesaurus,
It's now
novel,
G2's.
non-fiction, fiction,
Nightfall
red.
comes back so early. Wait, I guess they're seeing if everybody is
Blood,
there for the
what else is
tags,
there?
The plant goes down.
Santa Claus,
but that's not really
red.
going to be used for the retake here. They're going to have to go off what they can. Xander
I don't give a
using
fuck.
a few more of those marks still, however, if they last a little longer.
Oh, shit,
into
what are
the
we doing?
smoke?
Actually makes a very
Just run away,
aggressive
bro. You
decision
got
without any
4
help through
teammates
that
holding the
smoke.
sightlines for you.
Boostio,
Oh, right to
brother.
the cheeks
What
of
are
Boostio.
you
He
doing?
goes
Showing
down.
your
Nice
ass
big
cheeks.
Oh.
shot from Xander, though.
Oh,
Players
it's over.
alive here. They've got the
It's
Rollins
over.
players alive.
Who's pushed
They,
all the way to
dude,
flower, and it's
G2
not gonna
are
be enough
not
at
looking
6.
confident in these post-plant
Yeah.
spots. Trent keeps not falling back on site. Like, he's got the salvos, but he's not actually getting off site in a spot to use them. He got trapped and had to run into a... Well, didn't even have to. Chose to run into a smoke. And then they also don't have Valen playing
Losable?
safe, too.
Bro, if
Listen, if Trent is
if
not
one
baiting
of
for the
EG
fucking-
or 100 Thieves goes to Masters,
It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
honestly, it's great news for you, Sideshow, because you can put XLG above a team
Yeah.
True.
in your rankings.
I mean, I would already have them above a team.
Above
That's
Wolves?
already qualified.
You can't be saying that about RRQ. That's so mean.
Dude. People asking me all day, what's the chances of 100 Thieves winning this game? Oh, 15%.
0. I'll say it right now. Let's lock
It's
back in,
fucking
guys.
not 0.
It's 0. They're getting a
It's-
lot of their setup on these. I feel
If
like
you
the
if you
Chinese
genuinely think
sign
it's
guy
0,
from fucking
you can take
TikTok.
off an item of clothing every time 100 Thieves win a round.
Whoa. 13-11 is still 0%, man. I'm just saying.
If you think it's 0, you'll take that bait. You'll take it.
Yeah, but like, what if it's a quadruple OT and I still think it's 0? Like, that's still, even with a quad
Okay,
OT,
if it
I think
gets
it's
to
0.
if it gets to 12-12, you can put your clothes back on.
Sheesh.
Oh, fucking hell.
I mean, they've got double duelist here. They might have something cooked
Yeah.
up.
I mean, I think they're just going to fucking confidently run it down and put all the pressure on G2. I mean, G2, I think, are playing worse today than they did against Sentinels.
Yeah.
As map 2 and 3 so far have been dodgy from them. Relying a bit on clutches, not getting the players into decent positions, not anticipating the aggression of 100 Thieves at the right times.
And 6-6-4.
Bro, genuinely imagine though, like G2 don't go. Imagine like EDG don't go.
Yeah.
To lose that 5-13
Jesus,
is
I
an
mean,
T1 might
T1,
not.
all-
Yeah, T1
Now,
very
100
likely won't go.
trying to push out
Oh, I mean, there goes Jongmo.
and stuff The early push from Jongmo out towards the middle and already pivoting towards the A side.
Leaving these two players really passive as well to stop you getting a timing on the aggressive triple that are going to be pushing forwards.
Thought EU was going to try to get through
I mean, Asuna is literally just sprinting one way then the other.
I mean, if you're a G2 player, you're like, please overheat. Please overheat and feed into my
sure
zone.
so flank here. Feels like they know what they're doing.
Tetris by himself,
a little bit more time. So quick 40 seconds in, they plant the spike on A, and now they reset. Everybody leaves to set up this post plant. You still have that lurk too coming in from Xander.
Is Sentinels the only team that went to Bangkok that
pushing forward? I think they just
has
saw it
currently
done,
qualified?
so they know that G2 is already trying to make a slight attempt to get back into the site.
Yes.
A little bit of a smoke maze to get through as
Oh
they
my
caterpillar
God,
their
they're
way
cooking.
into
They
site,
are
and
cooking.
100 Thieves.
Wow, wow, wow.
Everybody getting a frag on that one.
A big piss around for
If my
100
parlay
Thieves.
hits and
And
G2
this
miss
also
musters,
continues on
e.g.
100 Thieves
qualify,
dominating the
Fnatic
A side
Heretics
control.
qualify, e.g. go on to 2 in groups in the finals
That
Omnia
would be
versus Emir. I deserve VIP, no?
Had some success towards that side.
If all of that happens, EG go 1
Dude,
to the
everything was
groups and the
peaceful. We
finals
didn't
are
really have to think
EMEA
about the
versus
power
EMEA.
rankings as
Yes,
much.
you can
Like,
have
we can just put
VIP
G2 up
if
there.
all of that
Now we have
happens.
more work to do, and like we gotta fuck. Oh,
way more work to do?
just win G2. Come on.
Sorry, Chad, I should have kept talking.
Still waiting.
That was a
Any
hot, hot.
G2 fans want me to end
All
the
right.
stream?
We move through 100 Thieves flying down towards C here, just to kind of abruptly
Wait,
say
what time
we're
is it where
here.
you are, TMV? Is it 2 a.m. yet?
G2
It's
is
already
3:20.
I actually
Oh,
already
fuck.
had
Retreat.
a lag out at one
They
point.
should be
It was
good
just
on
in
this.
between maps, and it came back soon enough to
We're still
jump
trying to
back in.
bring Asuna back to clear. On the pistol round, he was
It's already
going
happened.
all around the map.
Gotta go.
Now, if he
Oh,
goes
the
towards
trap
that,
play
it's
here in
pretty
Art
cool.
is going to
It
feast.
has to be
He's
clear.
about to
You
get
gotta use
spammed.
This is the return. Oh, they
Oh.
triggered it too early. Or maybe not, maybe not.
Prowler.
Okay, Mr. Fallen.
Full art. There's an art show coming out from G2 here on their second round.
That's Phantom picked up by Leaf.
Cryo. Cryo hits 1, Cryo hits 2, but they are
doesn't
trying to
have a
pressure in
weapon,
to get
though,
this
does he?
Guardian
Yeah.
down, and it's going to be Valen taking out another one. A 2v1
Oh,
out
good.
of this
Really good eco.
situation, but Bustio
Really, really
is
good eco.
there to shut it all down. That got a little sketchy for a moment, but 100 Thieves adapt.
And good call there for 100 Thieves under the pressure. The trap play, a surprise play from
Again,
G2.
I'm gonna try and
Lost that
guess.
rifle to Leaf. Back towards the double doors of streets. You kept one clear back just preventing the push coming out from G2 from Art. It's only Leaf alone inside the streets. You want to try to come back and fight and trade
go
in
for
that
that.
spot. Salvage the weapon back in your favor and just stuff. The
Yeah,
last
they didn't
remaining
force
players from
again.
G2 only at classics to work
They
with.
didn't get a single
towards the
kill on
Art.
their own defense side.
Yeah.
Salvaging around, winning the anti-eco.
Valid.
Now going into the bonus, that's very healthy. 3 rifles on the side of the 100 Thieves. Asuna already moving forward towards control of the A site, and it's given up by G2 side.
We'll watch this one in
time, though, there's
720.
not too much pressure coming in.
The
from
stats
G2
haven't
on.
crumbled though,
Stacks,
because
they
they
wanna
just haven't
find
been
the-
doing
finding
it. The stats are still the
very
same. as
Maybe
they
that's
were
what
at
they're
the
trying to
beginning of this
preserve. They're
match.
trying to
Hard to
preserve
get.
the stats.
Jonah P hasn't used his
Fucking Aspas
his
of buy
eye in the
rounds.
very
What-
beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just trying to leverage this player to jump spot for information. Now it's being used. 112 on the clock spots, nobody towards middle. And that gives the upper hand now for 100 Thieves to start working around that map. Even forced out the drone for the second. Within 10 seconds, both utils been used.
Who's next?
And Xander's been keeping his stars, placing them kind of as battle stars over towards C, to B, dismisses, now places towards A so the team can activate. So they're
Oh, they
trying to
missed
throw a
the
bunch of
stun.
misdirection.
Doesn't matter.
And there's one that
Oh, back
works.
in
Austin
full.
has got the side of lead.
Back
As they
in
swipe
HD.
their way through Art into sight here. Cryo with the spam, with the
Oh,
eyes. The
Asuna
haunt
is
comes
having
up
a
huge
great
on the
game.
entry into the site.
Oh,
Valen
I mean
is
they're
only
in
able
full
to
collapse
answer
mode.
back for now.
No, hold
G2
up.
are in
Rotation
full
comes in
collapse,
very
lose
fast.
Masters
This hit
Bangkok
from
Grand
Xander on the
Finals
left
mode.
side lets them know
Jonah's still aware.
everyone from G2 is
Jonah's
rotating.
not
No,
there.
no, they're in full lose Bangkok mode.
Easy.
Oh my god.
Nah, this is not my G2. This
That's
is not
the
my
thing, though. Do they
G2.
know
This
where
is the
one
team
by
that
one
lost
is
in
right now
Bangkok.
with the movement?
It's the same
100
G2.
Thieves on this
It's
one.
not.
So much credit.
It's Pearl.
It's not. It's
They're
a Jekyll
cursed.
and
Back
Hyde
and
kind of
forth here.
situation.
Very
There's a
G2-esque,
curse on
actually.
Pearl.
They get a taste of their own medicine on this round, and they can't figure out where
fuck,
100 Thieves is
man,
popping
fuck.
up.
The guy behind?
We just talked about
Dude,
the
all of
haunt
the sad
and
feelings
the
from the Bangkok
drone
finals are
out
coming
from
back
both
up again.
players, both initiators from
I don't
G2
think I
side.
can handle it.
The only thing that they
I'm
saw
gonna
was
leave.
one
I'm
post
gonna
of
have to
EU
fucking
towards the
leave.
orb of the 8 boxes, and that window of opportunity
Thank God.
is utilized by the ult of Cryo. Asuna can now scale behind that.
They don't even
Because the
qualify if they
information
win
was
this
not
game.
gathered by
They've
G2,
got
No.
another
overrotate,
opportunity
you
to
can't
lose.
rotate early.
Oh
You're
no,
still playing
and
that
to
technical
EG as well. prime
Dude, I
embarrassment.
can't believe we're talking about G2 like this, but I can believe it.
Here, into the A side,
Bro,
and you punish
EG might make Masters.
right towards the art. And
Do you know how shit EG looked at the start?
Get a bonus.
They still look shit today.
Carter's in shambles, and Valen seems like he wants to go for a hero rifle here. Somebody's got to shoot that off as
Oh,
well.
when G2 destroyed
that
NRG.
had too much time and huge return on investment.
And that was fun.
It was fun.
He's feeling it.
Oh, Josh can feel
We're
it
seeing the
slipping away.
duality of man change back and forth between.
Bro,
Josh
this is gonna
Arquette
be
and
a fucking
who's winning and who's
crazy
losing
Masters
the
with
round.
some of
And
these
right now,
teams.
Zix is feeling the power
They've won
that his team's bringing to the table.
Wolves
another
might
pistol
win
and
this
bonus.
Covered
Masters.
here by Boostio. He's
Shut-
going to hear this and have to call
I
it to the
can't
team.
believe
There is a
you.
big rush
Don't get
coming to the
hyped
right
up
side
for
of the
that.
map. He knows he can't get out of
The
this.
song's gonna be true. We have conquered all China. We will never
One.
stop.
Almost the second one, but the swing
From
and
Toronto
squat
to
coming in
Paris.
is enough from Valen.
We'll win
as
the
they got that
fucking
trade.
lot.
On the other side, Leaf is playing soft side on B, so he could activate both of the Razor Thorns and slow down the pacing from 100 Thieves and kind of keep them pinned inside the
Wolves,
site. So
EG,
slowly but surely, you're
Toronto
seeing the
final?
pincer
Who
maneuver
says no?
coming in from all angles. You need to
Every-
find a right
like,
timing now
used
for
to
G2
sponsor
or for 100
EG.
Thieves to just flip somewhere across the
Like
map.
everybody.
Boosty already
I
found the
think
information
Wolves,
on
EG,
flank.
You would
Grand
say
Finals,
no
the
to that
viewers
grand
say no.
final.
They feel like going a little bit
Yes.
closer is what's going to give
They
them the
don't
info
want-
they
You just
want.
hate EG.
They know where Trent
Have
is,
we
and
watched
he's
a
usually
single
alone, so we
EG
actually
game
see
that
them
was
peeling
fun
off to go back
all
to
year?
site to find out where the rest of the G2
Yeah, you can
members
watch
are.
Wolves
And it's
beat
a tell.
down on
Xander
them.
knows he's killed the flank, and
Oh
100
my
Thieves come out
God.
locked
Oh!
down on the priority target. Jonah P, 2 shots left
Wait,
to the
just
Sheriff. He
defuse on the
just
left?
needs 1.
He doesn't
Xander's got
know.
the
He
Vandal
doesn't
ready.
know where Xander is. Oh, he does.
That's
Oh.
the shot
Oh, he
needed.
got stunned.
Nicely done by Xander, always having the stars
See, I was
ready.
ahead.
Even
Nice
in the
try,
battle
Jonah.
moments, the
Nice
clutch
try.
around.
3 flankers coming out from G2 at
Oh
the front
my
of the east
God.
side, and only 1 player flanking towards the end for Trent. And
happening.
Trent needed to win that fight on the 1v1 against Xander. You saw what happened towards the end. He stays alive.
Okay, what
plays
about
both
XLG
stars. It would've been a
Wolves
different
grand
story
final?
'cause Jonah P
Yes,
landed some
XLG
beautiful
Wolves Grand
shots
Finals. I'm
at
there
the
for
very
it.
beginning
I
of the
am
lower block that
fucking
you had
there
for
for it.
G2. And now
I'd
100
love that.
Thieves have reached double digits.
Uh-oh.
G2 playing from behind. G2
They've only won 2
potentially
rounds out of the
about
last,
to
like,
get
10.
eliminated in this series.
Operator for Jongmo. These are the moments for 100 Thieves we talked about before. The first
this game
3
is
rounds of the
4-1.
half, the first 4 rounds, for some reason. the
Oh
fifth is
my
when
God,
G2
that's a
come back.
ridiculous
The
shot from
crowd
Riot.
says
It's
no,
happening.
not this
It's
time.
actually
It
happening.
really
They
is.
want to take this
They
fifth
caught
round for
C's
their
onto
own as
Asuna,
well.
so we can't
Few
accelerate. But
smokes forward. We can see the stars are laid down by Xander so they can progress through the sights. The wall goes up, and 100 Thieves do not look like they want to stop the pace of this round.
And Trent gives up the space.
Spam comes through instant headshot from Trent.
that's
They
good.
delay the
We're
spike.
back.
They
We're
have to
back.
figure
It's
out what the back
fine.
of the site looks like before they continue
God.
and try this again.
Are they
They're
leaving?
already leaving.
they're just booking it to be.
And it's a cosmic divide on the
They're on
defense.
the wall.
And
Leaving
Jones
Boostio.
wants Boostio.
That
They're
could
gonna
be
see the
mean-
wall.
It doesn't matter anymore. He gets the pick. But with the cosmic
can't
divide,
be losing
everybody's
to
rotated already
Boostio,
back for
Jonah.
100
You've
Thieves, and it
got
was
to
never
punish
hurt by
that.
G2. This is now an open plant.
They're gonna cut
and
off
now
for you
have
here.
inserted players on late
Leaf.
lurks.
You have to know.
You might
There's
be
one more.
The
Leaf.
backstab
You have to
that
know.
will kill
They don't
G2.
know. They don't know.
Leave.
Checking the
doesn't have
site.
a- he
They
doesn't
don't
have
have
a-
enough
boy.
time.
No.
There it is.
You're like the
It's Leaf, and now they
Interstellar
have to worry about where that lurker is going to be.
Murph.
11th round for 100 Thieves on the horizon here, but you have Trent and Valen, 2 huge clutch potentials on the side of G2.
Asuna
The
just
spams
draws
come
so
through.
much
Trent is
energy.
trying to create chaos on 100 Thieves when they need structure.
Holy shit.
They have this round without spamming into the smoke. Why
It hits
do it?
both.
Oh, the
Oh,
hog.
the hogs. They didn't hear it.
They get the marks.
They can't hear it.
Files the last 2 away, and that's another round for 100 Thieves.
EU now in flow state in this third map. Util,
Oh,
he's
God.
10-10-10.
That was
He's
such a good
perfect.
play.
It's a triple-double.
Oh, they're going home.
The anchoring from the back of the
Boostio
A
is
side on the
actually
defense. The
walking
Util
Valen
now
like
in
a
the post
dog.
plant.
Oh, Boostio's in and out.
Stringing out
Oh
fire rounds
my
in a row.
God, I can't
He's
believe
forcing
this
the
is
last
happening.
time out of G2.
As if
Yeah.
EG had a higher
Boostio
chance of
could get
making
killed
it.
there and was seen by the drone, delays
That's
that
crazy.
rotation from G2 that much more. And like you
Did I
said,
say
the
0%?
wall, not knowing the
Oh,
rotation.
my God.
G2 almost played against themselves on that round, honestly, and it's going to be a
It's gonna be fucking
timeout.
Gen G, RRQ, PRX, fucking
PRX?
Thieves. Yeah,
I
Sneaking
Breaks it up.
PRX in there.
at this point, yeah, man, fuck it. Like the way the world's going, it's gonna be BBL, fucking KC, and
Navi.
Navi, yeah, fuck it. Why not? Why not? It'll be like the ghost town of Masters. Like, where are the sheriffs? You know, where are the fucking powerhouses?
There'll be one powerhouse. there.
How have G2 looked like the best team in America's hands down all year until the week they need to qualify for Toronto? Holy fuck. Playoffs, man. I thought they'd gotten over their domestic choking problem. But I really do feel like yesterday, Sentinels hit them with the anti-strats. They didn't play that badly. Maybe they played a little bit badly on Icebox.
Yeah.
G2 today, it's not anti. It's a crumble.
They have the lowest bias possible, and
I feel like this map is a crumble. I don't think Split was a crumble.
Shit on.
They didn't play horribly on a Sen. Sen had really nice anti to fuck up their attack side. And then they kind of dominated the defense.
Dude,
oh, Cryo!
Hold up.
Wait. They have plot armor.
No, I mean, it's all the way.
Oh,
Nice.
Thrifty, why are you going too fast? Oh, no.
Dude, I get the anti, but they were doing such one-note BBL type shit on attack. Like, G2, they would not
in a
budge.
similar scenario as they did against Sentinels
Anywhere the
yesterday.
Waylay went,
Sentinels winning a pistol
he was
round and
getting
G2
farmed.
forced into a thrifty
Anyway, the way they went, Doom was sort of follow.
So many rounds in a row to almost push it into overtime and just falter in the last second. And now they have some room to breathe once again, breaking the econ somehow of 100 Thieves. It was 5 rounds
they're
in
on
a
an
row,
eco
one
as
round
well.
in the second half.
Oh, no. Maybe this is just what they
time.
need. They need their opponent to be on 11 to feel something.
Come on.
If they
We
make
gotta lock in
this,
for this one.
Ooh, tempting that first arc
God,
play
if they win this,
initially.
just to
Jonah
lose
B
to
backs
EG.
up here. He's one from alt. Steel Gardens up. G2
Nice
has
job.
a lot of ways to play this
Tom,
one where they can wait
classic
for the last
round.
moment, but Jogmo's
Actually,
gonna
I'm not even
say
gonna react.
right off
This
the
is a
bat,
fucking
we want to make a
easy win.
mark on round 19. Spike's down here, so you know they're just looking for the fights on the side of 100 Thieves. There's one.
Oh.
Stun for Valen means
We need
nothing,
more
but
of
he
that
does get
Asuna
that
hyper
trade.
feed.
Leafs already
Like,
there
if
on the
Asuna
back
could
to
just
help his teammate
engage
out
the
here, and
feed
it looks
drive
good
to
for
warp
G2
speed
to
for a
take breath
moment,
and
that
figure
would
out how to
be
instantly
incredible.
close this round out if the
Send
spike
it
does get planted.
at
And
Mach
thankfully they're
10
finding all of this
into
here
the
in the
backlines
lower
of
five for
G2
100
and
Thieves.
into your little
They
neon
know
brain
now
out.
that Leaf's utility is being set up towards the B site, that they're playing a buddy system. The op also is identified with Jogmo pushing up here with Trent. So you're using a drone in first base, and then once you hold up that spot with the op, you see Trent moving back. They're keeping a buddy system of a 2-2 right in the middle area so they could trade out against an aggression potentially from 100 Thieves.
Whoa, that's a fuck ton of
So in
respect.
the later rounds when 100 Thieves have weapons to work with, they're probably going to start baiting this wall out towards the B side. Just to thin out the defense on the side of G2.
4v2 Yorwald? Surely not.
Just waiting for him to take down Cryo. Ooh, those Josh RT timeouts are pretty pivotal. Resetting the team, slowing down 100 Thieves, but this is exactly, like you said, how it happened. They paused at 11, then it crept over to 12. It took a few more rounds, and then it was solidified. G2 were just in this spot yesterday. They have to know what to do. We get to round 20
Okay,
now.
it's 2 in a row.
The operator is out for Jogmo still. We'll see if GQ can bring back with 3 more to continue this pressure.
This might be a fast tempo. Boostio will put this turret up on middle. And while the rest of them are taking the A site control, Boostio is going to meet up with the rest to try to get this lockdown if possible. Already though, counter util coming out from G2 to push them back and not allow the lockdown to be picked up.
To be
Yes,
here.
but
Maybe
if
they
it
heard a
does,
splash, I don't know.
That could be an instant ult towards
They
the A
don't
site.
know.
Everybody hopping away.
Yeah, look though.
3 cut audio and stay, or yeah, 3 cut audio and stay though. That drone is just going to be a footstep until it leaves. And now they hold. Noise made towards mid to try and
reactivate.
lockdown.
Wait. Surely you know the round at this point.
Yeah, that was Boostio running into the corner there
Yeah,
to
you
make
know
that
it's an
noise
A-split,
to get
though.
everybody a little activated.
just drone
not have to
that
move.
part. Oh well,
The
now
drone
that
already spotted
Prowler's
towards
drone.
middle. They know the split's coming towards
Dog
the A
does not
site.
have to move. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Jongmo.
No
to the
smoke.
Been good with those
second.
spots.
Obviously, he's going to catch someone off guard there, and it's exactly the type of plays that G2 needs
Nearly
right
caught
now.
Asna in that.
Look
He was
at
in
all
a
of these
seize
marks,
and then a pull
finding
and
the
then a
members of
salvo.
100 Thieves, trying to get into the site from Jonah P's
Look at this.
Nightfall.
Look at this weird play in mid connector.
He's using a big
Yeah.
spot
Faisal?
now.
He can't look away. He cannot
misses it.
double take this. He
He
has
does.
to go.
Oh, he does.
One
Oh!
time!
He stepped
Oh,
into
that's
it.
Have I seen
insane
timing like
timing.
that?
It's the position. I think he was
Goes down,
barely on
everything's
it.
working well. They have
Really?
the pressure and they
Yeah,
jump
because it
into
was on the
his
Oh my
screen.
god.
Again,
Oh
he's
my
trying to
god.
create chaos when
G2
they do
actually
those
have fucking
plot armor.
situations.
Oh
They
my
have
God.
to
They have plot armor.
Get another
He
round.
actually pressed D to gunfight, and it got
Don't
his
even
gun
be jumping
jammed.
around corners like that when you know what's happening.
That's
I
ridiculous.
gotta say it, but G2, they are playing structured. They're feeling good, and they are making the plays that matter here.
That's
And the
wild.
closest one
Or
to
is it
the
a
else
UI? I
on
mean,
the side of G2 is
what do we
Trent.
get
So
to
they'll have
see?
him get that defuse so they could get the rotate on the Armageddon as soon as possible. But again, I gotta say that having
Hundred Thieves
EU
are not
coming back
gonna
towards the
be
top middle
completely
and
wrapped.
breaking that drone.
No.
Oh,
that
it was
came out
in it,
from
but it
Trent,
didn't show.
Yeah.
It kind of defeated
No, it
the
didn't.
plan that Busio was trying to do there.
Maybe he did on his screen.
I thought he
Might
was
have
gonna
been an
try to sell
observer
some sort of
bug
fake
rather than a
route, and
player
then try to push
bug.
back towards middle instead.
But that is a
Now
known
it
bug
seems
that
they
it's not
committed
giving
themselves
people
to split towards the A
like
side, and Jongmo's
danger
been good. That's the
indicators on
second
some
time
of
this
the
year.
Yeah.
It's the last
bugs.
second on any type of
Because sometimes if you see it on the
to get the
ground, like it
kill and
doesn't,
escape.
you just think you're not in the range of it, right? Like you don't want to look
Fast.
down or anything, just in case.
Yeah.
Haunts go out, so they get the haunt out for now at least.
Then you got
Get
Joe
a smoke
pushed up
out.
B.
They're in and out for the orb.
Either way, known bug. They
Yeah,
can't
just
roll
been
back
maxed
around.
for
It's
now.
all good.
You already see here on the side of the B side, Xander is watching for a push on that end. So you'll probably try to do a recall, swing out towards that side, maybe punish Jongmo if you can. Actually, 100 Thieves are going back to work middle. They still have two prowlers on the side of EU here to try to
Pressuring
find
the leaf in the mid
where
connector.
defenders could be on the side of G2 side, but again, this is just a lower buy that you have for 100 Thieves. A round where you're just trying to find,
I mean, Leaf's not really worried about giving up mid because where can they go?
if you're playing passive or a little bit more aggressive here for G2 in the later
You
rounds,
either
and maybe
A-split
try to punish that when you have weapons to work with.
Or you go water.
They know that op is ringing
They
out
can make this
now.
what?
They push him off the line, so he cannot have such an easy shot. And they're starting.
They have
100 Thieves
salvos
to
if they do
encroach towards
double
this
back to
site.
A.
That's
Thieves doesn't
not
even
well
miss a
coordinated
shot
from
on the
Busio,
jumping
no.
Busio, and that
That is
almost
not well
hits through the
coordinated.
wall.
Boostie's had some
Wait.
tragic moments on this map actually.
Everybody's
still
trying to
winning.
get the right play in here.
Ooh,
Turning the
what a
corner, Cryo
clear,
gets
what a
that
hard
shot,
clear.
a little
Hold on.
revenge from earlier.
Wait a minute.
Leaf
From
is
Leaf.
still doing work. A 3K to his
He's got a
name and a
rifle.
possible ace on the board here.
Cryo,
Very healthy up top.
Cryo,
Actually hasn't taken any
Cryo.
damage as they find one more. Cryo underneath with a 3 of his own. A
What
double
the-
ace on the boards as Trent steals that away for
fucking
one
hell.
side.
Oh,
A full house.
I thought Cryo
over
was
Trent. They're gonna
honestly,
get that
I thought Cryo
defuse
had a
for the
chance of winning.
initial
Oh
the
my
game.
god,
table
it's so
as well.
tense.
I
It's
like
so
that he held
tense.
back on the ult.
Now comes up
Leaf
here
is
for
22
G2.
and
Will this
15.
not be the
That
big
is
comeback?
insane
We'll have to see
validation
here in
compared to
later
the
rounds,
Masters
but
Bangkok
that
final.
at least for 100 Thieves
He
to
went
make
missing
that
on Pearl
very
in map
close
5, and now he's
almost even convert that
keeping
in
him in
their
it.
favor
Yeah.
is looking dangerous. Again, these moments for G2 when you're getting closer and closer towards the tail end of this map, they've always let it slip
Here we go, 11-10.
on the side of G2.
Holy.
Is this the last tag timeout? Think so.
What a cinema game. What a cinema game.
Jongmo's been pretty good since they got an op in his hands as well.
Okay, 11-10.
A final
The 100 Thieves
timeout
money has been up and
before
down
OT.
for a while now.
if we get there.
This is exactly the situation we were on in map 2. We had a G2 comeback. It was like 11, what, 8 or something? They got to like 12, 11, and then lost 3 in a row. Okay, 100 Thieves have a bye. They have Yorewalt. They have Fade ult against the Teo ult. G2 will probably not have any other ults for the rest of this half. Whereas Thieves will probably get an Astra ult. Well, they will
Losing
get
because
Astra
of
ult.
an alt bug is so
Straight line,
sad.
maybe
Yo,
the plan
100
now for
Thieves fans
G2
have got
is
to
to play the
fucking
retake. You're seeing that it's
Try
a
not to be
side towards
Duma.
B. They're
Them
putting
lost
the
one
up
moment.
Jogmo
You're
on that
literally
side
up
first,
11-10.
putting a heavy lean towards the A site.
Oh my god, Nightfall drift.
And then you can
Nightfall
use the
drift is about to get
Armageddon retake
spooky.
if they falter and give up the B side. But for now, 100 Thieves are splitting towards A, and the wall is late. It's actually deep into the site.
No
They're trying to
Nightfall.
split the push. Behind Cryo's ult.
They're going right in. He's going to be able to plant on those vines, no problem, but he can't leave the vines. The
Oh,
Armageddon's
they're
coming
pushing
through. I don't
secret
think he's gonna
as a
make it. Oh,
reaction.
he does, just on the side. A little bit of
What
salvos
a
though.
fucking
You
G2
died.
able to come in huge. Trank gets another salvo
Good
kill of the
salvos.
week, we should say, as Asuna answers
Good reaction
back.
from Asuna.
They can breathe a moment.
4v4.
Reset. And
4v3.
calm what's next.
3v4, fuck.
There's no util for G2 to find information through these smokes, though. They
Bro,
have
the
to
turret
be
was a
now
player.
timing for the retake.
Nobody can be in those hot spam spots.
Valen's
Get yourself
through on his
behind
own.
a wall and
He's on
try
his
to
own.
hide
What's
Valens.
Asuna doing?
Swinging out of the
Wins, I
smokes, able
guess.
to get one. The battle star for a smoke
Oh,
and a
put the
defuse to come
smokes
up on both sides. As he now puts up the A main one.
What?
Spam from
Oh,
Boostio is
that is
retaliated
absurd
by
from
Jongmo, and it's
Jongmo.
not going to be enough.
That-
This is a tie game
They
now
have
for
plot armor,
G2
man.
versus
They
100
have fucking
Thieves.
plot armor. Valen is just
Oh
running
my
in
God.
All of
alone
that
in
util coming
backside,
from the
taking a
timeout.
duel against Asuna.
So rare
owns
to
it.
That is a
see Joel
crazy
place
kill.
down
Crazy
towards the
kill
stairs
from
of the
Joel.
Art. What the fuck was that?
Razor vines to combine.
And now
The
they're back
trap
on another
play was
eco.
also set.
We don't
Oh,
need an
His
OT.
position towards the A
Oh,
side.
look at that kill on
It's not
Cryo.
going to allow him to
Yeah.
use his Armageddon to retake
Oh, that's
towards B if the
disgusting.
read wasn't correct. But you just saw what happened within that
From the
site. When
opposite
100
side
Thieves
of the
tried to go for
map
plant.
with a
A
horn.
huge trap play off the Armageddon, and Salvos towards the right side to completely take cover
They're
of
on
the
a
A
half
site
buy.
and not give a
God,
chance
look at
for
the
100
fucking
Thieves to
timeline.
position
5 in a row,
themselves
5 in a row.
Yeah.
to crossfire setup to
Well,
play
time
with
for
those
100
flags.
Thieves to start
And
winning.
now tied
Another
11 to 11.
streak.
The economy is broken back on the side of 100 Thieves and G2.
Skadoosh, thanks for the 14
Fully
months.
on back in hand, still in hand of Jogmo.
What is your business
I mean,
this
email?
ended up being
covered
a
up for
You
now.
can find it on my
They
YouTube
move that
channel.
off over towards A, trying to give 100
would have
Thieves just a
expected
little
G2
bit
to
different.
This is
of a
either
look.
G2's
So they
chance
have
to
to
redeem
figure out what
themselves
they
from
wanna do
yesterday,
next. They've been
prove that they
expecting
are,
the
in
opposite,
playoffs.
fact,
pushed
still
up at C,
chokers.
etc., etc. But it's a little bit
So
of
you
a
got-
switch
you
here
got
that
Neon.
G2 have made
G2
very
was more
late in the
interesting.
game.
I'm going to fucking
Good
ban you
coverage
for
towards
that
mid,
take.
but now they know they
You're
can work
just
this
rage
with the
baiting.
Prowler expired.
It was dog. It was a fucking
They're
dog
given
shit
the space
series.
by Jonah P, but gaining the space, I don't know if it gives them that much. They're still just falling into the hands of G2 at this point.
The thing is you might Nightfall back into sight. When
Good
it did that
seas,
last time,
good
it
season. They
smothered a
killed
lot
the player in
of,
the
Chog has
rain.
been
sounds here
so
to allow potentially
fucking good
Asuna
ever
to
since he
get
got
the
an operator.
overdrive value into
Yup.
the site.
He's
Both
just been
teams really
consistently
bad at
getting
stopping the
kills
odds.
he
A
needs.
big C's
Trade on the
prevent
Neon.
them
Yo,
from
No
getting
Neon.
in right
These
away,
haunts
so it
from
did
both
give
sides are
G2
getting
an extra
3 every
moment
time.
to set up.
Yeah.
I like the push though from 100 Thieves.
It's tough when both teams are like committed.
That's
Whoa.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Retakes or
Cosmic
exits.
Divide. Nightfall comes
They're
out.
sending it for this one.
Alt here as we're getting to the pressure point.
Do they fight
the final
Jogmo?
portions
Because
of this
Jogmo's
map.
just like alone in A
Now
main
tagged
currently.
up, moving in. It has to
He's
be
got
G2
kind of
hitting
like
the
a
right
3v3.
shots here. Cryo actually
There's
has a
time.
really good positioning as he gets himself around, but they're not
What,
going
you
to
wanna
leave it
wait
with
for
a
the
bit of a high
full-
load that they have on the other side.
Yeah.
Seas come through as well.
No.
Too close is Jogmo.
They
It's
got
going to
caught
be true,
though.
but Leaf's able to
Leaf is
capitalize on 2
deadlifting them
kills.
currently.
Cryo has to do so much work here.
It's half.
He's going to delay, gives himself a gate crash to get a bit of a fake out here. A shot. Does he know the
Oh my God, a 3v1.
Cryo with the
Valen's so
Guardian
panicked
saves the
there.
day for 100 Thieves.
Valen is so
Cryo
time pressured and
with the
panicked.
Red Bull clutch. About to break the dreams of G2 moving forward again in the lower brackets, 26 and 18.
Leaf
Staying
did an
calm
amazing
under the
job
pressure.
that
When the
Oh
ball
my
came
God.
down in,
Didn't
G2
get off the
was
plank
looking
quickly
so
enough.
good for the retake.
Just wanted to
He
get the
gets the
half.
cleanest shots.
Well, we're
And
either
this
going
has
OT.
to be a memory for G2.
Or
The
G2
score
is not
line
going
they
to
face
Toronto.
Once again, the
G2
same
have
thing
ults.
from
They have
yesterday. Is 100 Thieves.
Where's Jorg
Could
with his
put
op?
a final
What's going on
nail
here?
in the
Oh, he's
coffin
just
with this
waiting for the-
round. It couldn't even be possibly the 4v5.
Right,
They
picks
have
up
to
the
do more
operators.
right off the bat because G2's come back from just
Oh, no,
about
that was a
everything.
clone.
They're
Anyway.
moving so quick. There's still ults available for G2
Oh my
side.
God,
They're trying to
both these
stall this
teams
one more
tunneling on
time,
this shit.
trying
You
to
can feel the
push this into
pressure.
overtime.
Yeah,
He
they're
doesn't
just
see
doing the
anything in
like
sight
same
just
stuff
yet.
over
Molly
and
goes
over.
up
Holy
top.
fuck,
towards A.
overdrive to dimensional drift.
Nobody
Oh my God, he got body
Dimensional
blocked.
He got body.
Trent!
You're gonna activate on both Boostio and Asuna.
Trent, the number cryo is.
100 Thieves.
He has an
Jongmo is
op.
ready to activate.
He's
Oh,
not
OT again, OT again.
An overtime
Oh my God.
Sander
Dude,
is
let's
left
go.
versus
How
five.
has this
And they
team
already
brought it
knew that
back?
he was towards middle.
What
The wall
the
was
fuck?
activated there.
Dude, they
Leaf is
just get
watching for
possessed
that
by the
push,
fucking
but the spike is
protagonist
out in
buff
the
every
open.
time.
Cole gets
It's
the first
absurd.
pick, though, into Trent before
50
he gets
seconds,
jammed
1v4.
and forced to fall back, but this is
no,
looking
no, it's
grim
not
here for
100 Thieves
for 100
slapped them in
Thieves,
the
rather.
split overtime.
G2 will definitely
Yep.
be able to
Hey,
push
but I
this
feel like
over
this is
top
a-
the rounds
unless
were close.
Xander pulls
The
out
way they're climbing back in
NBA
this one, I feel like it's just so
counter
different.
Xander
Is
that we know he can do.
2025 the year of Pearl and G2?
No, right? It's just there's too many. There's too many.
I almost had a chance
Every
there.
match they play is
Lee's
defined
already on
by
the lurk.
And now they
final
hide
map
from
throw.
it. They're like, you know
Win
what?
or
Let's
lose.
not. Okay, gets the spam through.
Okay.
That's the shot they
Holy.
needed.
I
Ladies
mean,
and gentlemen, we are
it's a
all
good time
tied
for the
up on our
coaches to
third
interject
map now.
and
G2 have
reset
done
these
it to
teams.
make the
Well,
comeback
you would take a
Because-
timeout straight away.
if I was 100 Thieves, I would be, yeah, because I think 100 Thieves are getting
Oh my
locked
God.
into this just like take
Run ads, run ads, run
art-
ads.
Oh, I'm not running an advert. This is a 14-12 G2.
Deja
Oh.
vu.
No, if I think if I was Zix, I'd be taking a timeout
If
here
they have
because
that
I think they're kind of stuck in a rut right now.
Here we go.
They just
Cryo
keep
naked
grouping
up.
A and taking art and trying to A split.
But at
And
least for
100
now, they
Thieves
start
have
on the
got
attack and they
like
wanna
3-4
fight as a
bodies
group.
there ready to defend.
a glass
Okay, they're
cannon
doing something
off
different now.
in
though.
the
Good
hands of
B.
Cryo to try to hold up towards B.
They didn't do this
The
all.
perfect read to start.
They've got their heaviest setup over to B this
What do you mean
time,
they're
and
doing
they're
something
going to
different?
B.
They're on defense.
YOT went in favor of 100
Oh,
Thieves
fuck, sorry.
last time,
My
but
brain's
this is
twisted.
completely different.
Dude,
Cryo misses.
My brain's
and
actually twisted. I
turns
thought we were
before he
watching
activates the
Jongmo
gate
whopping
crash.
there.
It's enough time for him to go down to the hands of G2, and now
I'm
they
lost.
have to
I'm
reset
lost in the fucking
themselves to
sauce.
have
Oh,
a
this
good
is looking like
defense
prime
versus
G2 now.
full.
Oh, Xander didn't get away.
Falling left and right in 1v1s.
A 4v5, they had to try to make a play to find information.
I mean,
and
defense was
both
a
of them
strong
on each
side, right?
extremity get punished.
But
Hunter
G2 got the right
overextension,
read, though.
unfortunate
No,
miss
100
from
Thieves,
Cryo
like,
shooting between
oh,
two
The
players
cryo
on a
op
double
and like the
swing.
way they were just fucking
And we go back to the
all
game plan
the
of G2.
the
halves
optional
were
Trying to
easy,
pitches.
though,
find
weren't
the
they?
KJ util and
The what?
trying to take down
The
Boston
halves
on
were
the
fairly
baseline.
even.
But
It was
thankfully,
6-6
Arsenal
on
is still
both
there.
halves.
The crossfires being
So
Yeah,
it's
but
not
I
like
feel like
one
the-
was
yeah.
better than the
That
other.
is the silver
But they're
lining and
controlling
last
one. I feel like
stand
when in the
potential
rifle
for
rounds where they have the
100 Thieves
operator,
under
that's when they started
defense.
to climb back over.
All the throws go out. Hopefully they shoot that for Boostio so
Didn't
he
check
can
it.
stay alive a little bit longer
Holy
in that
shit, got
position
stunned.
because he's actually still
Thing is
got a
that
good
do they
spot
even
now.
know
He's
about
Oh, wait,
that?
under-
no,
he's known.
he's trying to clear back
Jogmo's gonna
holes.
clean that one up, but Jog took a
Oh,
lot
no,
of
hell no,
damage.
he knows.
He's looking for his side.
Three
and he's got
people.
a-
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
to keep
Wrap
it
it
Oh
up.
my
Come on,
God.
one round, one round, one
Here
round.
we go. As if they,
Overtime
as if we
round,
were
13
writing
to
their
12.
fucking
Game
will.
point, G2.
G2 able
But
to
still,
claw
because
back,
of this,
claw back,
tomorrow's matchup or
and
whatever
take
the fuck
lead
it
back in
is,
this
the lower
series.
round 3,
Next
I
week.
don't think
I'm not
any of these
confident in
teams are
G2
humming
winning
right
that
now.
shit.
This is intense.
Against EG?
against CG, man. If this is
down
what's
to
happening in
G2.
every team,
Oh,
first map
but-
blowout,
Can they
second
actually
map
close this
loss,
out?
third
But you're
map is
forgetting
like,
that Sideshow hates
This is a
CG.
lot for a team like G2
No, but
I
the
get it, but-
chaos, the
to be
chaos
able to win
No
the map
timeout.
of Pearl
is where
in
G2
overtime.
fumble a little bit.
To
The
not
slow
EG
pace
love
of
the
EG,
chaos, bro.
G2 are gonna own it. EG do
Yeah.
not
And
want
100
chaos.
Thieves
dude,
are
I
trying to
thought
move in as a
all these
group.
matchups were going to be a 2-0.
Back
I'll be
into
real
a
with you.
beam in control.
Well,
Based
yeah,
off
I
the
did
maps
think
as well,
I
like-
did think this was gonna be a
Like,
2-0
look
as
at-
well.
even the maps, man. Look at the maps, like-
I know.
numerous times throughout
I'm just
the
saying,
map
G2,
already.
these map 2
They
and
know they
3s are
wanna get a
looking
little bit of
genuinely
info here.
terrible.
By the way, though,
Let's see if
this
they can
is
move
a
the map,
completely
kill
different
moves
idea
them
from 100
forward.
Thieves. They're not going over towards the A split. Trent's posted
Gonna go
Jogmo
ahead
over
and
towards A
drone
main.
pretty early, or clone,
And
I
this
should
is
say,
going
pretty early.
into
They're committed
Vice.
somewhat to be here, so
I mean, they got Tejo already
it's
in
gonna be tough
position
for
to
them
use
get out if
salvos.
Boostio loses
There's
any
no
of
They
wall
got
here,
double
though.
thorn to delay.
Arsenal might be trying to bait
He's
out a
gonna
wall
go
here
ahead
that doesn't
and already
exist.
start to
they
rotate
already
over.
said
they're
This
going to.
is the commit. They want this, fans.
They're going to think it might be back hall.
Valencia.
Oh, into thorns, 50 damage, 70 damage.
Spam,
He's 1
spam,
HP.
mega spam, and
Arsenal.
into balance smoke.
Runs
The
to tail
horns.
and runs into the site
They
of
don't get the
controller
punish on Leaf.
On G2's side.
El Capitino!
The split god round has returned.
Just fucking ult, bro. Just fucking put your ult on the ground.
And stick together
What
here, hip
on
to
earth
hip on
was
these
that?
trades.
How
They
has
wanna get through
Boostio pulled out
G2.
two
It
utterly
looks like we're
crucial,
going uno mas.
ridiculous spray 3Ks against G2?
The triple kill
Whilst
out from
otherwise
Boostio
fragging like a
activates the
bot.
lockdown, and yeah, we look like we will go into a double
He's the
overtime
Beyblade,
play.
man.
Just the plays
You're
through.
running across a one-way.
If Bustio has just saved them, if they fucking win this game,
And
show me
Cryo,
that
who
from
missed an
Bustio's
offshot, a
POV.
crucial offshot in the
That's
previous round, is
insane.
able to get that easy kill onto Jongmo.
Yeah.
to
Oh
bring the
my god,
confidence
what a
back into this
game. What a
round.
And
fucking
reset that.
game
It's a
this
sigh of
is.
relief. Never happened, right?
Never
Reset,
happened.
you're good.
Oh!
You can forget about that
What
round. At least
on
if you're
earth?
Oh, he just fucking locked in.
How is he sometimes just able to do that?
He puts
How is
in
he
Bane's
sometimes able to do
appendix.
that?
to get a triple kill.
Jeez. And that's what he said he wants to do, get back to that play style, back
Fire
to
with
that
an off
flow
again?
state
Or
where
they're
it
just
just
running it
becomes
back. They're running the same
instinctual
round he
in
whipped
that
last
moment,
time.
and we saw it there.
Well,
Coming
last time
through
though,
just
they
a little bit
punished
for
Cryos
Bustio.
up,
Push
and now
onto
Cryos
A site
taking
here
it.
for 100 Thieves. They want the
he's
instant
gonna win.
information,
Lane.
and they're going to have to be chasing
I mean,
G2
look how
on this
quick
round
they're
because
clearing out A
moving
main.
just as
They know
fast
it's
towards
not A
B.
main.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Oh,
back to
they
back, trying to
crossed.
actually get that
Oh, it doesn't
Sam
matter.
through the screen. Yeah, that
Another
was
bang.
yeah.
Was he
not
revealed?
Looking good. The way the G2 is picking up their attack rounds is so brutal.
I don't
Pure
know.
timing spam.
Maybe he
Do
was,
not
but
see 100 Thieves having a good time on these as we
That's
keep switching
ridiculous.
sides.
And this time, at least 3 players to go back towards B main to
Let's go.
support
Let's
Leaf.
go. Let's go. Let's
And while
go.
this
Oh, it
happens,
was the
I mean, he gives
Prowler,
it
it
up.
wasn't
Asuna's
a
moving back
reveal.
towards street, but
Yeah, yeah, no,
Fuck
that was
me.
just
the salvos will be ready. Valen could start falling back. Probably has another
we had
star
the
to work
X-ray
with.
and it looked perfect.
Waiting
It
for
just
to
looked like
probably
he had
reject.
wall hacks.
Actually has no stars
going
left.
again. We're
Using
going
it
again.
now for the execution for the side of G2.
Holy shit!
Smoke's gonna last way too long.
Oh,
He's
it's so
jumping
tough.
over the
VXX are
timing.
looking.
Just everybody on the other side. Jog making the shot on Asuna as he had so many targets to dodge and prepare
Nice.
for, and that is going to be another flawless
All right.
overtime
Bustio, you
round
fuck. Do it
for
again. I dare
G2's
you.
attack
I
side.
dare you.
200 Thieves.
Entry perfect now.
Go back
for
to the A
G2
splits.
on the
Yeah.
B
I think you
side.
have to.
Because that's their
The
that's
story
their
once
bread and
again is
butter.
repeated. G2.
I think that's where they have a chance is 5, right? Like Asuna in that one did not exist. He got
right
literally
now in this overtime
clean
the
for 80
Prowler.
damage
brute forcing our way
and then killed in a
group.
smoke.
Nice.
Cryo didn't have armor though. That's why he died there so easily through the box.
All right. No op this time.
Fucking hell.
No
Everybody
off.
heading in with the rifles, knowing these rounds are getting
Nope.
faster, quicker, and
No,
quicker.
but they're still
Holy
doing the
shit.
same thing where
Spike's
Trent
dropped
and
here for 100
Jorg.
Thieves.
Oh my
This
god!
is a
Wait,
round they look
holy
for
fuck,
fights.
dude!
Look at the
They're
change
fucking
in G2
sending
though.
it.
They're actually not
Jongmo
using
just
any
full
razor fire
sprinted.
towards the B side. They're anticipating some sort of
Good
late
damage
entry
as
Jongmo
well.
just
From
full
the War Pro.
sprinted out A
Kinda
main.
know that there's some sort of early conditioning coming out from 100 Thieves'
Took some
side.
damage.
So the clone comes out. They'll get shot.
They know there's no
But
wall
on the
on
side of
B.
100 Thieves, it didn't activate any walls.
And Trent is getting great info in A main.
So they must
And then
know
even
now
if
that
Trent
the
gets
boys
pushed
are
back,
gonna be
he has
playing
drone
towards
to
the
be
east
clear.
side, but that's
Yeah, but like they can't.
still a
This
different
might
story.
scream
It's
that their
only a
wall
for
is like
information
in
that G2 likes to place towards
in
this
link
part.
because that's where they tripped it last time on the rotate.
Play the solo for the tail. out
So they
towards
might
the
be
A
like,
main.
okay, if their wall's set
You
up for
just
B,
still
we're
playing
gonna
a
split
4-1.
A. But there's a wall there, and now we're almost at 40 seconds.
This one.
Thorns 0-2 off of Fate's contact. I mean, this is G2 locking this shit down. Pop the Thorns? Yeah, there's so much
Spike is
trouble.
actually on this play.
And
Asuna
Leaf
had
got
to
a
pick
kill
up
on
on the way
Cryo. He
around.
swings.
They can't
This
move.
is
They
Flash,
can't
that
move.
flash is so good from
Spike is there.
Jongmo.
Actually
He
trade
got it.
this.
He got it. He got
Okay,
it.
okay,
Possibly
okay.
pick it back
Dude, the
up.
flash
Yeah,
was
a little
so
bit of a
nice.
walk up by
High bounce
Bustio,
flash
but it
from
is
Jongmo
2
to set
down
up
for
the
100
peak.
Thieves here to
Yeah.
G2's
Shit.
1.
Okay, now there's no walls,
30 seconds
but they have
left.
salvos and
But the
C's.
wall is down, so 100 Thieves can start
They're also
walking
playing
into
very
this, but
passive
the more that they
position,
wait,
CG.
Trent's in a perfect
20
area
seconds.
They have
with
no
the
idea
salvos
about
to
A
delay.
main. Xander just has to run through A main and hope he 1v1s Trent, but Trent isn't even there.
Here.
Yeah, they're wasting a star. They even have to plant. They can't
Salvos
plant for
misses.
main because of that.
They were waiting on the salvos
But
for
they plan
that.
for
Bustio's
art, and
gonna
they
be
do have
forced to
art
put it on the
control.
right side, and the mollies aren't to pause the
And they
plant
still
or
have
to pause
pull.
the entry
Do
back
they have a
into the
star?
site.
I mean, this
One
post
kill
plant
They have
is
a pullback.
horrible though.
They have a pullback
Can he
star.
find
Does
it?
Xander have another
You see
one?
him kind of peeking out, looking for it right through the window. Bustio.
Yeah, they know where one is, and they
does not
realize
get haunted, but he does
Oh,
get
that's
spammed
so
for
bad.
moments. Xander answers
Fallon
with one
died.
3v3 as they start to enter
No
the site.
smoke for the spike.
100 Thieves trying to
Time.
stay
They
alive.
didn't
in
scale
this
off the
series,
fucking stun.
Trying to stay alive from the elimination.
What the
and
hell
jump
was
over
that?
is not
Setting
enough,
up.
and it's going to
Wow.
be a kill for
Oh
100
my
Thieves. Here we
God.
go again.
The crossbar is set up out in the open.
Dude,
A smoke to isolate and funnel G2 right into the
They
opening.
didn't scale off the stun.
And
Holy
you're playing
shit.
the bait and switch.
Had to scale off the stun.
Bustio being selfless.
A
just
little
at
bit-
the corner
A
of
little
Church.
unfortunate for
A
Xander.
little bit
Make a
whiffy from Leaf,
re-swing on the side of Heart.
and then
re-swing towards
couldn't
main.
quite get the
And push this into
kill
another
onto
round. Both teams
Xander in
now
main.
finding a lot of success
Oh
on
my
their
I guess the
God.
call there, like,
They're almost
if
too
you don't
passive
have
there,
a
I think.
player who can play off your salvos, is you save it for the
Into
retake, right? Like that's the.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
No,
There was 15 seconds left though.
I mean, if no
It's so
players on
tempting.
site to delay afterwards, like,
yeah.
you know that spike's getting planted. That's the only thing I can think of. But that's such a tough call to make.
I mean, what do the coaches even say at this point? Like, you just got to call a specific round.
Just
Read the Irwin speech.
The adjustments and adaptations are just kind of almost moot at this point.
What a cinema game.
I would say Cryo stop opping. I don't think the cryo op has been the problem, but G2 did a great job at fucking him up both times. Listen, if I'm 100 Thieves here, G2 are not going B again. There's no way. There's just something human. You don't do the same thing 3 times in a row. It's a human bias against threes.
I would say 4. I would say 4 personally.
They're stacking B though. They're thinking about it as if it's a B hit. Well, I guess they've got a lot of
Also a number 1 seed on Alpha.
They go by rule of 4s.
Yeah.
And in this round, G2 working as a group, but this time towards the A main.
I mean, it's not 3 on A side with the
towards B.
TP.
The read out of this one from this timeout is
Insta.
fight towards B for 100
Yeah,
Thieves.
that's a push.
It's not the best of reads yet, but there's enough stalls from the amount of stars and
Oh, they go
units.
right back.
Both Xander and Busio towards A.
We insert.
I think we've yet to
We
get a
come
win
back.
from that defensive squad,
We come
right?
back.
We'll have to see who
We
can flip
insert. We
the script.
TP back.
Towards A, that 3 stack still stands. Is now G2
let
start to
Leaf
lurk
kinda
towards the
do
left
his
side.
shit.
They're doing this again. The bread.
Dude, they're doing it again. They're doing it again. Third time's the charm. I'm wrong. They are doing it for the third time.
One away back to the team.
They just didn't do it off rip.
No
Also,
free
it's
pick early this time,
with
though.
The Phantom. Now with more util coming through,
Triple fake?
it's forced to fall back, and nobody really
No,
from
they
100
committed
Thieves are
to this
rotating
time.
yet. And there's
Yeah.
such a huge gap. Look at that. There's nothing,
nothing
holding for
here.
information.
There's
on the
no
side of
one
100
linked.
Thieves.
We have
This
a
is perfect
lurking link,
timing now for Leaf.
and no
They're
util
so
outside.
convinced.
And pinching into
They're
the
so
defense,
convinced
especially
this is
now that the
a
Prowler
B
misses
fake.
and doesn't
Like,
get information
look
for
at these 3 players just
They have to
holding
anchor
for
up now
utility.
EU and for Asuna.
Holding for
Oh my
lurkers.
God.
Southside and give it up.
Oh, he's trying to find a way to stand.
Asuna got
Where
stunned.
Leaf
Leaf
takes
on
down
the
Leaf.
lurk.
Talked about how free that
Asuna's
street
gotta go
side
huge here
was.
now.
Trent
Oh my God.
turns on to Asuna.
John's
to take him
protocol
out.
off the TP is so
The
good.
heavy-handed defense over at A does not pay off after the
What was he
timeout
doing?
for 100 Thieves. Is their first
Like he'll
force
always
to
TP
rotate.
and then play
See
right
the
next to the
TP
yellow
from
box.
Jongmo as
Hold
well.
for the fast
Get damage
lane
from his own
entrance,
teammates Salvo just
and then
to
he
get that
wraps
space.
around to
Yeah.
clear his own
Now to
halls.
flood retake, you have to come up huge for 100 Thieves. You need a miracle now to win the round.
Every time he does that shit. Is there a chance here? No.
No, they're not turning.
No,
they don't
not
have the
really.
angles. And they can just see him in
Yo!
Jongmo's dimensional drift here. 2 left though.
Trent,
It
no,
looks
no,
like it's
Trent
gonna
has
be half.
salvos.
He knows where one is coming from, but now his back
Hello?
is to the firepower of Trent too in this situation. It's so tough. G2 are
Yeah,
just
okay.
going to toy
That's
with
no time.
Cryo on this one. The time
time
is
at all.
gone for the defuse, and Jongmo hits the final
NT
shot anyways.
NT Cryo,
15
NT.
to
NT,
14,
NT.
G2 pull away with another
Asuna's
No, but
assist
it's
round.
disgusting.
Asuna's crazy bullshit entries. Well, I say
Checkerboard
bullshit
on
because
that score line.
they just look
Back
silly,
and
but
forth.
they were incredibly impactful. Were doing so much for like
Now you're
100
trying
Thieves.
to pull out all stops on the side of 100 Thieves. They had
rhythm
to use a
and
timeout to figure out a
confidence.
strategy against
Yeah.
G2's attack.
It's
and
been a
it
while
was
since
still
he had a
wrong
round.
read. Again, we just talked about they had to play
I mean, it's been a
Southside,
while
but give
since
it up.
G2 have
And
like
both of them
split
get
control
caught off
too.
guard.
Here we go.
Leaf dissented
Both
mid,
teams
by the
Third
way.
time's the charm,
playing
right?
Asuna.
Yeah.
Now
just
G2
walked down
back
there.
at series
Yeah.
point.
On a nice
What time
time.
is it? It's
Trying to
almost
2-1-2
4 a.m.
information
Oh,
for
it's very
streaks
true.
That was
But that's
missed
like
by 100
2.
Thieves in the previous round.
Ooh, they're gonna find this wall.
Asuna on a solo mission.
Oh, he's trapped.
Activates the wall. Finds a fight he might
Oh, he's gotta
want.
go.
It's just Asuna go kill. Nobody can help him right
And they're
now.
pushed A, so they know it's not a
This
fake.
is literally the strat. He's feeling it, and he asks
Oh,
for it.
but Leaf's dead.
Oh, now
Give him the
I
space he
just
dashes
was
into
talking
bounds,
about
gonna shut him
Asuna having
down.
to go nuts.
The 1-for-1 now.
That's
Taking a bit
maybe
of damage.
good
They
enough.
figured out where he is, and it's pretty much the same setup that
Fallon
100
needs
Thieves
to
has.
Fallon
They
is
need
fucked.
to uproot him from
No.
this.
No.
They do, Vans.
You got
Double
one
flank.
kill is good
100
enough.
Thieves to
But
make the
here
best
comes
of a
the
bad
double flank
situation
from
there.
G2. That's probably not expected by 100 Thieves. Prowler to try to stall. Prowler to try to find information.
Please, TP.
Trent with salvos.
Cryo TP
Now
here would
spotted. Here
no,
comes the hit.
he's never teleported.
They're waiting for that
Just break
TP
it.
coming in
Just
from
fucking break it,
Cryo.
Trent.
He's not going to take it, though. The fake TP
Hold up, hold
get
up,
rid
hold
of
up,
that
hold
gate
up.
crash.
It's winnable. It
Trent
is
shot it.
winnable.
It's so
They want
winnable.
to keep it inside the site.
It's
Oh,
so winnable.
Jonah gets one.
Not plant.
Shoot.
Not
It's
planted
not for
for
him.
him.
And
it's a
Trent
black-
has this
it-
angle.
It is for Cryo.
It's getting risky, though.
Oh,
It's
Trent.
getting very
Let's go,
risky,
let's
though.
Oh, it's over.
Go!
Trent hits it.
It's over.
They shut down
Holy
the
fuck,
heist.
let's go,
G2
Trent.
eliminate 100
Oh.
Thieves, and they'll move on in playoffs.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Oh
Oh my god, he's
Jesus
eyeing them
Christ.
down.
Fucking hell.
That is going to haunt the 100 Thieves players, but I think from a more objective stance, oh my god, they played way better than people were expecting in this game.
Absolutely.
There was a point on Pearl where it looked like they had absolutely won the game. Oh my god. That's another one of those, like, Nadeshot is going to be screaming about that result. Oh my god. What clutch up at the end. I mean,
Rad, thanks
that
for the
insane
26
run,
months.
5 rounds in a
GG2.
row and then getting it to overtime. Fucking hell. Was that better than the Sen G2 game? It was like sloppier.
Oh, it was more. It was more.
It
I
was,
was
it
more
was
entertaining.
scrappier. It
Well,
was more real.
yeah.
I don't know. The Sen game was pretty. I liked it. But fuck me if that one didn't have my heart in my mouth. I was rooting for G2 there.
Gotta wait till next week when they play EG. Never has anyone rooted it harder against the team.
I'm sick to my stomach, tweets Nadeshot. Very entertaining match. Nice try, 100 Thieves. You always give us so much hope. Gutted for you guys and our fans. Honestly, I think that sums things up, though, really well. Because, like, it is absolutely gutting. But his team played fucking well.
It was an ESPN instant classic.
It was. I think that's an extremely normal, reasonable tweet from Nadeshot.
Oh dear.
Jesus. The problem is, though, he's absolutely right. They always give so much hope, but then they don't.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say that's a completely reasonable take by Nadeshot. They're gonna change 3 players.
Nadeshot 2 days later. We've decided to remove Boostio. Oh god.
Man, what a game. What a game.
Fuck.
Games like this. I like the Bangkok Grand Final. Games like this. What a great esport.
Jesus Christ, that was a sick game.
Just a fucking brawl. Okay, I think it's bedtime at 4 a.m.
If G2 lose to EG after the roller coaster they just put me through, I am going to lose my mind.
Yeah, me too. Well, no, that would be very funny if they lose.
They did.
But when they wanted to turn
Tim,
things
you're saying you
around,
need to go?
I'm saying it's 4 a.m. Probably time
Oh,
for
shit.
bed.
Respectfully.
So
So
goodbye.
you guys
Goodbye.
are 5 hours ahead. Okay, respect. All right, peace, peace, peace. Later.
And goodbye to you, chat. Good games. Why are you